So yeah, when I'm finishing my sandwich plate, I like to finish it off with a little parsley on the side.
Yeah.
We were just talking about some lunch recipes.
Garnish.
Mom goes everywhere. So yeah, when I'm finishing my sandwich plate, I like to finish it off with a little parsley on the side.
Yeah.
We were just talking about some lunch. Flat smacking all the guys at the grocery store. They
There's
got like
no
3 or
such
4
thing as a
guys that work
perfect
at the
writer.
grocery store, you know, they stock up stuff or whatever they do. And a couple of them are older guys, you know, they're not young fellas. They actually take it seriously. Probably get paid well. It's a nice store. But I started flat smacking the one guy because he saw the back of the car when he was getting the carts in the parking lot or something. And then he's talking to me every time I go in there now. He's been spreading it around to the other ones. It's infectious, you know.
Yeah, well, I think Zane's blown it.
He blew it already 3 or 4 times in a row, didn't he? I thought he was already canned from the dispensary. All in favor? Aye.
Yeah, but he's not on my channel. He's on Snack's channel.
We're holding a vote. Well, it's democracy. Since there's only 4 of us here, this will be an easy vote. All in favor of banning Zern? Aye, aye, aye. Okay, we're done.
Sounds like a maritime law court to me. Yeah, this is the tribute channel. It's not my channel.
Well, let's call him Sybil from now on.
Snack's not as patient as I am with him.
Did anybody ever watch that movie or read that book when you were in school? If you're old enough, Sybil.
Sybil?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I've heard of it.
Cybil. Go ahead, look
Sybil.
it up.
What's that then, Mel?
We used to watch Moonlighting.
Why's your picture like that, Mel? Who's that?
I know. I found that just before I logged in.
What's going on there? Tell me that's Halloween,
isn't
man.
it mad?
I hope that's Halloween.
Yeah.
If that's not Halloween, there's a problem in that village.
Look at the policeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a weird bloody thing, Halloween.
Yeah, we don't sacrifice children or anything.
I'll take it off. It's too bloody weird. Sybil book.
Send me it. I'll put Zane's face in there, Mel. He was possessed this morning. He really was.
That's it, exactly.
Is that what drink does, do you think? Do you think it really does loosen up the spirit and allow bad?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
I only have 30 years experience behind the bar, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Unusual behaviour that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Well, Mel, right? I honestly thought he was going to come on and apologise for the things he said before.
That'll be tomorrow. When he comes back from a split personality trip.
That's why I was angry. Because he had no remorse for what he said. Hello, Dave.
Tricky Dick.
Hey, man, what's your sign?
It's the middle finger, Dave. I give it to bailiffs. I give it to judges. I give it to coppers. I ain't got a name. I'm a sign. I'm like Prince. I changed my middle finger to symbol.
Seems like pharmaceuticals.
A combination of the two would really do it. You know how many people tried to kill me every night when I'm working in the bar? Do you know what I mean? I'll kill you. Where are you? Okay, buddy. It's like if everybody said it was going to killed me, I'd be dead fucking 10,000 times now.
Teddy C, Nita. Oh, how's it going, Nita? Mr. Ullman's still off work, mate. We don't get to see Nita anymore. Mr. Ullman's off work, and she's got to share the computer and the internet with him. And she's not allowed 24/7 flat earth anymore. I'm teasing Nita.
That doggone morning star sure is bright, I tell you what.
What, Venus? Did you hear it ringing when it come up on the horizon?
No, I wasn't awake for that. I was already up at 5 in the morning when I was out there.
5 in the morning? Was there a fire in your house? What the hell are you doing?
I just get up early for some reason. Henry wakes me up.
Shit, Henry would be fucking roasted by now, man. Are you kidding me?
It's better than my excuse, Dave. I have to shit the bed to be up that early.
Yeah, really.
Shit the bed.
Don't laugh. I have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm 45 years old and I've got a rubber sheet.
A rubber sheet and a NASA
I'm going on the Jeremy Kyle show about it.
Well, my aunt's 82, and I haven't had to deal with it myself yet, but I'm hoping 82 is the limit.
Yeah, well, I've got a collection of bed sheets. It goes with my characteristics and my star sign. I collect shiny bed sheets, rubber bed sheets.
Clown shoes.
Aluminum foil bed sheets.
Oh, that would have been a good joke if he'd said that, Agave, wouldn't it? He'd have made me laugh with that. You collect shoes, and when I said no, what, not even clown shoes? That would have made me laugh.
You should have said, I only have a collection of clown shoes.
I should have said it, you're right. Stop pissing me off that I wasn't funny enough this morning.
You see, you have to be more Snack. You have to think like Snack. He sits back in his chair and he's eating snacks. You can hear him snacking away while he's insulting you. That's how calm he is, right? I want to reach through the screen and choke you, right? That's the difference.
Yeah, peeling a banana.
I want virtual reality to be true so I can actually come over there, you know? Just wait. UFO technology is coming soon, then nobody will be such a smart ass to be like, oh, yeah? Fuck, where do you live? Fucking Botswana? Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Just shut your mouth.
Everybody'd be dead if we had that technology. You hear? New Zealand, I'll be there in 2 minutes, mate.
Yeah, I'll come over there and smack your teeth in.
New Zealand got no guns, America got guns. Who's going to win that fight?
Can you imagine? When the Anunnaki show up with their little ships, it's going to be Jez is going to blow his wad, and we're all going to be like, oh, fuck.
He's pulled his neck.
What? His neck is the size of a fucking tree trunk.
He's pulled it.
He pull it? Pulled it with what? A cement mixer?
I don't know, but he's got 3 days off.
Well, the only way you could pull his neck is if you put a noose around it and hung him off the roof. I mean, really.
Don't tempt the Lord, Agave.
What are you talking about?
Mongo. Jez is like
big neck?
He's a giant Mongo with a big muscly neck. There's no chance he pulled his neck.
RoboCop has a huge neck, huh?
You know what? It's Jesus gave him his neck pain. I'm
I
telling
bet
you
he wish
now.
he'd had his RoboCop suit on now. He wouldn't have pulled his neck, eh?
That's what happened.
He should roof in his RoboCop suit. There's no fear of him hurting himself. He could fall off the roof, Mel. Nothing would happen in RoboCop suit.
No ropes necessary. No safety lines.
Uh-oh. I hear some movement.
Well, he's not listening because he'd have been in already and started caning me.
Most likely, yeah.
If all that is scrambling for it now.
So did Zern leave on his own last night? I just kind of lost.
I believe he got evicted 3 times and then totally banned. That was it. I started a new chat so that way he couldn't join back even if he had more socks. He was at the point of no return again.
He keeps coming back with the same argument. Well, I don't know. It's a slightly different argument, but it's an argument. We're always stupid, and he's the real flat earther is the bottom line. We talk about the same stuff over and over and waste your time, blah, blah, blah.
Echo chamber, it's an echo chamber, it's an echo chamber.
Playing the guitar, shit, man.
Here's the thing, like, Dave. If I wanted to carry on arguing this crap, which is unarguable anymore, in the beginning, the debate was there because I didn't know enough information. Once I realised the information and all the facts are on my side, it's game over. But now let's drag it out some more and debate how far you can see for, I don't know, the next 7 months.
That's what Nathan Oakley would do. Try to sell a few T-shirts in the mix.
It's easy to shut all things down, all conversations, stars, everything, just on range of vision. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, range of vision, mate. The weather forecast, the shipping forecaster. All about visibility. Today's visibility is 100 miles.
Got a point there. I found this, it was on the side suggestions, but there was a CBS Morning News piece about that meetup that the dude showed. It was in a park a couple months back. Ago.
I got a copyright for showing it first time.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Do they pretty much rag on us the whole time? I'm only 1 minute in.
Yeah, they've ragged on us, and they copyrighted ragging on us, so I can't show it.
Yeah, because it's CBS.
That's all right. There'll be no CBS when flat air spills. Bye-bye CBS for lying to us all.
That's all they do.
All the corporations, they're all knackered. Everyone that's lied to us, Agave, gone. See you later. You was feeding us what? See you later. You did what to our children? Right, justice. You're going to Nuremberg. Off you go, mate. You get put on trial before the whole world. A real trial with a real judge.
Problem is, there's no law that they have to tell the truth. They're allowed to make shit up.
Yeah, they are, because they're ignorant, right?
Yeah.
But that don't make it right, does it, Dave? That ain't the law, is it?
No, it's definitely not right. They're just evil. Well, there's somebody evil at the top, and then you got a bunch of followers after that.
You see, how many of these people have done what they've done because they were forced to do it as well, Dave? Not just that they wanted to do it. There were people that said no, and they've gone, right,
there's people that know the truth that have to be quiet or they'll get killed or something, probably. That sucks. Actually, my dad had a security clearance. I was never allowed to know what he was up to. He was afraid that something bad would happen if he told us, so he definitely didn't tell us. He just told me he never made bombs. That's all he could assure me of.
What do you think the biggest bomb is that they've got, Dave? Hydrogen bomb.
I don't know. He claimed they had a hydrogen bomb back in the Korean War that he was
I can go with the hydrogen bomb. Anything past that, just...
Yeah, I mean, why go bigger than that? Whatever else they have beyond that would be whatever took down the towers, probably little small amounts of something that was able to do
new
that.
Reports of the Jew weapon and people literally being cooked in the cars. This is different, right? This hadn't happened before. The people weren't cooking in the cars, were they? And,
no, they weren't. Is that like a beam weapon?
It's not just that, Dave. It's the missing numbers of people that have gone without trace. They've got a few in one area and a group in another where they just can't trace anybody. It's like everything about them was erased, the Facebook and everything.
Man, that's scary. Erased, huh?
Well, the video we watched showed you like these big trucks coming up and taking all the evidence away that would make you think,
wow. Just haul it with cranes and stuff, just taking the cars, everything? The people inside them?
Anything that would make a news crew, if they saw it, or anybody, like, think, what the happened here?
They just hired...
Did you see the one where the tyres, not just the tyres were melted, but the wheels of the car were melted, Dave?
That's like in Pulp Fiction when they had to hire...
Yeah, man.
They hired that cleaner guy to clean up the mess.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
And it could only be Harvey Keitel.
I know. What a cool role that was he played in that. I was in my late teens, early 20s. And when I first watched Reservoir Dogs, I was just blown away. Best movie that I'd ever watched in my life. And just the way he directed it was just brilliant. Forward, backward. You didn't know which direction you was going in. And the bit where he cuts the copper's ear off. Well, I don't know why you came here tonight. Just sick.
What? That's a Harvey Keitel movie?
That's Reservoir Dogs, yeah. Harvey Keitel's in that, and he's Mr. White in that.
Yeah. Tarantino, mass respect for him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tarantino is a crazy guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which was the first Tarantino film you watched? That one, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. What came next?
Good question. Was it Pulp
Pulp
Fiction?
Fiction for me, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that I watched next. Someone said, have you seen his first film with Rosanna Arquette?
True Romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know about that
That's
movie.
an interesting film.
Huh? I like the bit in the Porsche mail where he's like the copper's pulling him over and he's passing the prostitute a bag of cocaine, a big bag of cocaine, you know. And she's like, I don't want that shit. Just put it in your purse. He won't search you. And she goes, no. And he keeps asking, just put it in your purse. And she bangs him and it explodes all over his face as the copper's walking up behind him. And he turns to the copper with just cocaine dripping from him.
Okay.
Great movies, both of them. All of his movies are good. Kill Bill. When I watched Kill Bill, Mel, I was just gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Kill Bill's off the hook, isn't it? There's two of them, right?
The idea was great that he split the movie into two movies. That was a great. Oh wow! One movie split into two parts must be epic. He should have just taken the best of two and added it and had the best movie ever made. I'll tell you.
Now, you have to like killing and sword fighting and stuff to like Kill Bill, but it's
Yeah.
really, really good movies, I thought. When the girl got out of her tomb, they buried her alive and she was able to get out. That was friggin' awesome. One of those actresses was 10, the girl that played 10, right? What's her face?
Uma.
Well, Uma Thurman, but the girl that played 10, what's her name? The movie 10, remember that?
Hang on, I'm in the kitchen now. Ah.
Lucy Liu.
Oh. I can't believe I'm so old no one's heard of the movie 10 with, what's his face? And,
I know you with Mel Gibson or something, is it?
no, it's an English guy. And she's got like cornrows and she's real hot. And he, the movie's about him wanting to have sex with her and stuff. And
I'm back. What's the question, Dave?
the movie 10, what was the girl's name that was the star?
In the movie what?
10.
Oh, Bo Derek.
Bo Derek. Bo Derek's in the
If
movie.
it was a girl.
In Kill Bill. She's in
Peter
Kill Bill.
O'Shea thinks that it's a mister. It's a man, so it is.
I'm pretty sure Bo Derek's a woman because we knew her dad and stuff. He was in the Hobie Cat business for a while. Magical.
Anita knows.
Yeah, Bo.
Who was the male in that? Was that Dudley Moore?
Dudley,
Yeah.
that's his name.
I did like Dudley.
He was a nerd or a dweeb or something. Derpa derpa.
Out of the two of them, though, Peter Cook was way funnier.
Yeah.
Way funnier, but it's
Yeah.
because he was drier and more dry. Not dry. What's his rye? Yeah, rye's the word I'm looking for. He was more of a custom taste. But once he got you with his humour, I just think Dudley's size made him comical, you know, especially in Arthur.
I just remember he was all freaked out when she wanted to smoke a joint before they had sex. And she was just all like, it didn't mean anything to her that much. And he was just like super freaked out. I think he even backed out of it.
Who?
I don't remember.
Dudley.
Yeah. The whole movie was about him trying to have sex with her. And then when she's like, yeah, no problem, she starts smoking a joint, you know, to relax and stuff. And then she's just like too easy and he freaks out.
Hey, Aina. Hey, Miss Westbury. Teddy C. Nita. Christmas.
Derek and Clive get the horn. It's wow.
Oh no,
That's
Derek
amazing.
and Clive at the horse races, Mel. Welcome to Roehampton. First one in the stall is Big Tits. Big Tits is a filly in a race. Absolutely fantastic. You ever heard that though?
Is it a routine? I don't think.
Yeah, it's an horse race. Just look up Derek and Clive horse racing.
It does sound familiar. I think I have heard it. What's this picture Merle has? He's got like clowns.
I know.
Is that Halloween costumes or something?
Oh, sorry. I know, it's a scary picture, isn't it? I said it better be Halloween Day, because if they're just dressed up like that, mainstream.
Because the faces are scary looking. Are they all just, are they people or are they just statues?
Waxwork. I was thinking waxworks, but...
You know, some kind of fake scarecrows.
I'll get it off again. It's too much.
What was it?
I just, you know, how sometimes you just randomly come across an image, but it's just like, whoa.
Like this telephone, for example, the one that Nixon talked to the astronauts with, allegedly.
So you weren't searching for creepy as fuck pictures with a clown?
No. I try to stay away from that stuff, Agave. Is that the Nixon phone, Dave?
Is what?
Is that the Nixon phone?
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
I am not a criminal.
It's in the National Archive. They took a picture of it. It's got like names on it, like these buttons have people's names, like Haldeman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tricky Dick.
MacGyver.
Like he was able to patch into the radio system. They patched him in, they said. It wasn't even a conversation. He gave his speech and Buzz gave his speech and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, yeah. I gotta have a confrontation with the place, the special needs place that had the hostile takeover. Kicked my wife out. Because one of the special needs people quit because of that, and then he's been hanging out with me, and I gotta. They're responsible for him, so I'm gonna try and charge them. They can charge too. They can get money, but they're being assholes. They're gonna not take money from the Department of Health, so they won't pay me. So they'll be able to not pay me. They could get paid, but then I'm gonna take them to. I'm gonna report them to. After they say no, I'm gonna report them and give them all kinds of. They'll have inquisitions or whatever. Different departments are coming. Have an inquisition with them, so they'll have trouble. They'll have to explain themselves and take their time to deal with the man. But the problem is I won't be getting paid, so whatever. Sucks being in a war. Any new flat Earth observations? The title of this video is called The Flat Earth Movement, People Who Ignore Science. Apparently we're the ones that ignore science, even though there's no way that water could be sticking to a spinning ball. There's no scientific evidence of such a thing yet. Somehow we're the one that ignores science. They've got a whole rundown of all our points. The sun is tiny, hovering above our disc-shaped planet. Who said we're disc-shaped? That part, having that model, I think, is not that good for us.
Our section is a circle. The sun goes in a circle and melts the ice in a circle.
Yeah, but that doesn't make us sitting on a disc. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Flying, they think we claim we're flying through space on a disc or whatever, stationary on a disc in space, just floating there. Which, you know, I don't like that image at all.
No. More ridicule.
It says it's a sign of a lack of faith in science. Why do we have to have faith in science? Faith is like for religion. Science is supposed to be factual. We're not supposed to have faith in it. But people who only choose to believe what they can see for themselves. Is that wrong?
Yeah, like never mind automobile maintenance. Just have faith that your car will start every morning.
Just have faith that atoms really exist, even though we can't really take a picture of one. That's what they're saying. Have faith in, you know, stuff that we're telling you. Have faith in gravity. Have faith in that atoms are real.
You gotta have faith, faith, faith. What's that? George Michael's. That's it. God.
Oh wait, correspondent Brooke Silva Braga talks with YouTube host Patricia Steer, who thinks NASA is part of a conspiracy. Thomas Nichols, author of Death of Expertise, he talks about reverse snobbery expressed against the well-educated.
If they show Patricia's feet, Pete will probably watch it.
And the flat earther Mad Mike Hughes, who ascended 1,800 feet in a self-built rocket.
He's mad.
To see if the Earth actually curves. I don't think that was actually on the agenda, was it? To see if the Earth curved? It was just
not at all.
He already knew the world was flat.
He wanted to see how powerful his steam rocket was.
Yeah, 1,800 feet's not going to show you anything. You just take an airplane ride if you want to go up. See, they just twist everything.
Yeah. No, they assume is the problem. Everybody wants to assume.
Yeah.
Instead of asking. The guy's there.
We think the Earth is shaped like a Frisbee because of that stupid model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is Patricia Steer right here. It took me forever to realize this is Patricia Steer. Look, her hair isn't that red in this picture. Look at this. I don't think you'll get a strike just for showing the video while it's paused, will you?
No.
I thought that was going to be like a newscaster, but it's actually Patricia Steer. Patsy. Doesn't her hair look dark there?
What do you think, Pete?
I'm busy.
Pete's gone. I remember she did go to that meetup. The big guns were there. The news team was there. CBS Morning News.
Oh, look, you can see her breasts.
Huh? Her breasts? How?
Just trying to wind Pete up. I'm messing with Pete. Never mind.
You're trying. Is that really her?
Yeah, Pete's like a catfish. He doesn't bite. No, it's her clone, you dummy. What do you think?
Look how close together the eyes are. That doesn't look like her.
No, I know it's her clone for sure.
Wow. Outdoor lighting and stuff.
Pete, I'm sorry. They cloned the woman you love.
Who, Patsy? Shut up, you dev.
They did, look.
Look.
Who, where?
Her hair is not as red. They've changed the location of the eyes on her face.
She looks gorgeous there, doesn't she? She looks gorgeous there, doesn't she, Agave? Huh?
Yeah, except it's the wrong girl.
Do you mean it's the wrong girl? I'd bang that all over an hotel room.
It doesn't matter what you bang. The fact is that's not the same Patricia.
That is Patricia, you nutter.
Okay.
It doesn't look anything like her when she's in the studio, I gotta say. What is this about Hustler? Oh, she did an interview with Hustler. What? But that was her outfit. She wore like a 70s outfit.
On a PC, you get better gameplay experience, don't you?
Plays faster.
Yeah, so that means John's an idiot, not me.
She looks super young in this Hustler picture. Now, that's probably her own,
It's like, no, it's not Oryx.
from her own
You
show.
know a lot more about gaming pieces than you do. I had one.
That's when they cloned her.
Here she is. Look.
Boogie Nights.
Well, right now, that bass that Sean.
Something about a coffee cup.
It's still a bass because I've been a bass for years. Like.
Steaming hot coffee.
Ooh, steaming hot coffee. Is that her too?
Hell
No.
no. That girl's wearing a 6-pointed star.
Is that her?
That's Gravity Cat.
CBS Morning News has a
Gravity Cat.
Ooh. Who's this guy?
D Marble.
Oh, that's D. But this video's had 590,000 views.
Good.
It's debunking flat Earth. Although, I guess it lets these people talk their piece.
They wouldn't let me watch that here in Australia, Dave.
Oh, fucking level, Dave, you bonehead. He never should have done that.
The level test? Why not?
Because it's not significant in any way.
Flying with a level isn't significant? Didn't it stay level the whole time?
Doesn't matter. If you have to give the globe boneheads their radial to the center of the candy core gravity, you know, you can't use this. This isn't good enough.
Okay.
Because it works on their model. You know what I mean? Anything that works in a globe model, you can't use.
Yeah, because the flight would be level as it went around a ball. I don't understand.
Exactly. It's like anywhere you'd go with your level on the Earth. If it was true, if gravity was true, that everything was magically being pulled to the center of the candy core,
Yeah.
okay, which is the biggest joke of all time. That's the whole thing right there. That was true, then yes, your level would work perfectly everywhere.
Yeah, and the ball. I mean, the glass of champagne wouldn't be upside down when you get to Australia because everything just stays right side up as you go.
Right. Same reason I don't like a lake. A lake is a puddle. Okay, the lake doesn't represent the 71% water ocean. Okay, the ocean has to
That's
be
even a
tested.
possible wrong. That 71% is a made-up number, you know.
Even if it is or isn't, that's their number in their head, so I'll go with it. I'm okay with that. If they believe it's 71%, then that's 3/4, and that's good enough for me. Right. That's not like a third or some stupid number where they could still refute it. It's that most of this ball is water, which means
it can't be a ball. There's no examples of water sticking to the outside of a ball that anyone's ever seen.
Yeah. As David Weiss puts it, right? You have the 3 categories: globe only, flat only, and both. Okay, nothing falls into globe only, and that's the key here.
What do you mean nothing falls into it?
Well, everything that we discuss either falls into the works on both, works on flat, but none of it is just works on the globe. Okay, so for example, the level test would work on the flat Earth model or the globe model, but it wouldn't work only on the globe model, in my opinion, in real world.
Same with a I don't know about a gyroscope test. I mean, theoretically, if the Earth is spinning, a gyroscope would fall over after like 8 hours or something, because it wouldn't be fixed in space. It would have, the outside only, moving to a new location would cause it to. Like a gyroscope can't keep spinning if it's more than 90 or even up to 90 degrees turned. It stops spinning.
But again, the argument is it's being affected by gravity. So you'd have to test it in the ISS to find out what it'll really do.
But even flying, if you were flying around a ball, that's another reason why the gyroscope should just fall over and stop working. Once you've gone a quarter way around the ball, the gyroscope will fall over. It doesn't even have to be a full quarter of the way around.
Well, yeah, once you start going for 20 minutes, the thing should be right out of kilter. You should be pointing at the floor. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's what they'll jump on, is any of the easiest to pick on examples, okay? And then you get that dumb other fuck Wolfie, whatever his name is, putting out these fake photographs now. I just saw some video the other day that was obviously doctored, where he had like side-by-side footage of the same area where he could see it and couldn't see it because of the water in the way. I mean, fuck me, what an idiot. Obviously paid disinformation agent, that person. There's no question. That guy's not even in it for the fun.
Well, yeah, they've got to have people like that.
There's a few that are
they
definitely
probably started the movement, and they hired the people to go fight against it.
Well, it wouldn't be hard to find them. All you do is you go prowling around forums for the most crafty, wicked people that are, you know, good for defending the globe, like Negator type people, and you hire them. It's that simple. You approach them and you hire them. They're like, hey, would you mind going and doing this with a, you know, to fuck up the flat earth movement? Oh, no problem. How much you paying? You know, and they jumped right on it. Money horse, prostitutes.
Here's Mad Mike. They went all the way out to Mad Mike's house. I don't think he really helped our cause that much. Like the whole, he's got like a few minutes of a 7-minute video.
In principle, no. At a glance, no. But if you hear his interviews, like the time we got to talk to him on the
he was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those don't judge a book by its cover deals. He didn't even talk. He didn't mention his rocket. He didn't even talk about his rocket that whole night. He talked about everything but his rocket.
Absolutely, he was just talking flat. I was surprised at the depth of his flat Earth knowledge, actually.
Right, but the fact that he's not all egotistical. Look at my rocket. This is my rocket. I built this rocket. Okay. Yeah. No, he was all about the truth, not about, you know. If you wanted to ask him about his rocket, he would have answered. But he wasn't about to sit there and brag. Look how shiny the paint job is. Look how nice this is or that. I built this, you know.
He was into truth. That's a very good description.
Yeah.
Like us. Trying to get to the bottom of this. If we ever can.
Get to the top.
Or to the top, however you want to look at it.
He's got a fucking rocket.
We noticed a crime by NASA, and we're looking to bring it out to the public.
I want payback. You owe me at least a Ferrari or something by now. I mean, you owe me.
As if they're going to pay us back, even if they would admit that they fucked us over. It was for our own good. We made them do that. That's what rapists say. We made them rape you. I have to do this. It's for your own good.
Wait till we find out their little secrets.
We wanted to play God for a while.
Yeah, 4,000 years. Yeah.
Actually, they want to say there's no God and we're the result of the freaking Big Bang. And there's no reason for life and blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's what I mean by they want to play it.
Yeah.
You know?
This is why it's going to work so good, because they're going to do the old switch hit and it's going to work, you see? Because people, listen, think about this. Everybody's starting to mistrust government as it is, right? We got yellow vests and all kinds of shit. Yeah. So what's going to be better than to have the government who thinks that Big Bang and the evolution is true, okay, and suddenly aliens show up? Are you going to now trust the government, or are you going to believe whatever these crazy advanced people show up to tell you? Okay, so the government will be done away with. The alien thing will be the way they set up their new world order, in my opinion. The only person that will be able to communicate with the alien people properly will be the Pope or somebody. You know, he'll be the appointed one. Just watch. It's going to get stupid. It's going to be to the point where everybody will be like, yeah, that's a good idea. You know?
He's a holy man.
As soon as you say you're getting rid of all the governments and taxes and all this stuff, people will cheer. They won't give a flying fuck. Then there'll be utopia for them. You know, everything will be awesome. And then you'll say to the people, get out of there. Get the hell away from this system immediately. And they're all going to be like, what, are you crazy? You don't want to fucking take part in this amazing, you know, utopia? And we're going to be like, no. Be like, you idiots. Yeah. The path will be narrow. Antichristos, anti-human, Anti-humanity. We're all going to be seraphim hybrids, or else. It helps if you crack the femurs with a... You should talk mean to it while you tell me what I want to know. Tell me what I want to know. It's not a globe, is it? No, I didn't think so. Say it. Say it. It's flat. Say it. Imagine Sam Kinison on this. Oh, fuck, that'd be funny. Sam Kinison does Flat Earth. That would be just hilarious. Is he right? Is he right? What was that fucking commercial? That movie where he was a history teacher. What is that? The loudest cat in the world? That's a baby tiger. Cats have thumbs. Use your own thumbs and open your own can of food. Meow. I need a dog.
Right, I'm back. Another one of my friends waking up. Not to flat earth though, just to political shit.
That's where it starts. Flat Earth is a terrible starting point for a lot of people because it's too much of a shocker. If you can get them into the history type situation first of the political situation and control, banking, so forth, education, then they start to see. Then Flat Earth doesn't seem so preposterous after that. You're like, what else would these sneaky fuckers do? What? The Earth is flat? What do you mean? Are you kidding me? Space isn't real? What?
What do you mean we're the only things in the world? In the universe, I mean. What? Yeah. We're the only things? Well, that must make us pretty special, right, Agave?
Your actual makeup. Yeah, your genetic makeup is what's special, and everything about nature here that shares it with us. And we're just going to get rid of it all soon. Are there any rhinoceroses left, or we get rid of those yet?
Well, how do you know they're in an island full of rhinos somewhere, Agave?
Yeah,
where it's
but that's not the point.
Unspoiled. I bet they've saved a piece of land where there's no one. And all the animals live in unity, I bet you.
Well, I don't think they give a fuck about a rhinoceros because their technological world doesn't need one.
Right.
Their VR, they can make a VR rhinoceros. They don't need
Show me one species that's been made extinct.
Well, I would suggest there's quite a few things that have been...
Don't you dare say dodo.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say extinct, but trodden to the point where we can't find one lately. You know what I mean?
Right, but if there's extra land, you could move a load of rhinos there a long time ago, and they got thousands of them. Black, white rhinos, whatever.
Yeah, might be different animals there, though. You never know. That aren't compatible with here. Maybe it's a different realm with different situation. That might explain why you'd have this fuck up here, too. If someone's importing things and creating things, that's even worse than we thought. That's why I would suggest that...
But that's not difficult to do, right, Agave? If you're in control of boats, air, everything,
right,
and you know there's extra land, you could just move all the endangered species there, if they could survive there, or another piece of land where they would survive. Big enough. It doesn't even have to be a big island, right? Nothing bigger than Tenerife, 60 miles.
It could be the ring all the way around us, imagine. Further out, you know.
Of land, you mean? No ice wall, just land.
I've seen a pretty good hypothesis about you know, a realm within a realm within a realm, which was pretty interesting.
The only thing that makes me leave that open-minded is John Lennon's song, The Glass Onion. We're living inside a glass onion, which means there's layers. And if there's layers to the firmament, like an onion, then the sun could be on the outside layer and actually bounce through each layer as a focus point of light, right, Agave? So you wouldn't need 7 suns. You just have the one sun going through 7 layers, which projects its light through all 7 the way it would. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to visualize, but I get where you're going. There's a lot of possibilities. Either way, if even you have just our sun and moon is in our realm, I'm okay with that. But it would explain the other anomalies outside. You know what I mean? It's
right, but I still haven't seen the edge, so I don't know if there is one. I would say there is an edge because I'm pressurized, the 14 pound of skin pressure. That logic tells me that I'm in a encompassed place. I'm airtight, otherwise the air would escape.
Absolutely. Even Bill Nye admits it's a closed system.
There's no escaping, right? So back in the 40s when Hitler went searching on his quest, him and the boys must have made it, you know, before Baird. Because that's why Baird went
that's
after
where the
him,
submarines
right?
went. Yeah, you can't go over the ice. It's too effing hard. You just go under it with the submarine. Why would you put so much effort into making submarines? We keep
There's no saying that they could get under though. If it's land, I believe, right, it's not just ice there, it's land, there's mountains, volcanoes and all that. I'm telling you that ice is settled on land. That's a ring of land. It's just cold.
Yeah, but there's caverns under the ground that are flooded that you can use a submarine to go through.
Right, but I don't think the creator would have left it. Bill said it's an enclosed system. We're not going anywhere. They've searched it up, down, radared every single bit. I'm telling you, looking for.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Pete. Normally, you wouldn't be able to get through there. But if someone taught you how to make a submarine, that's not the doing of God, is it now? Okay, in my opinion, a submarine wasn't even a weapon of war to begin with. It would have been for exploration, of trying to find things underwater that are now submerged. Because Hitler was about finding things. He wasn't all about just decimating places.
So if the sea levels dropped, like the Bible says, everything that was hidden will be seen. So if the sea levels dropped,
that's
2
where
miles,
we're
let's
getting now.
just imagine.
The Antarctic.
Hang on, let me finish. Let's just imagine the sea level drops 2 miles down. The land that's going to expose, the continental shelf and below it, it's going to explode. It's going to expose a lot of stuff that was there pre-Diluvian.
Well, how about just melting the ice? If the Arctic is melting, you see this is another bunch.
Yeah, but it's not going to increase the water, is it?
No, it doesn't matter. The point is that there's stuff under the ice that's frozen and on the land still that we haven't seen. So it'll still uncover things that are unexplainable. You get it?
Right, but none of us have been to Antarctica. We don't know if it's a ring of ice. It could be. It's more likely.
No, the North Pole. The North Pole is melting. That's why they're claiming this climate change, and they want to charge you a carbon tax in Canada because they're claiming all this ice is melting.
Universe.
Exactly. But the point is, while it's melting, there was another article that was stating that there's lots of land that is now visible that used to be completely frozen forever we've never seen before. So now people are wanting to go and explore these places that are suddenly showing green areas and, you know, gravel and rock where you normally would see ice.
Or it wasn't frozen at all, and they're just saying it's melting and showing us pictures.
I believe it.
What do you trust anymore, Garvey? Huh?
I just think that the middle wasn't that frozen at some point. I mean, all of this wasn't that frozen at some point. The sun was maybe better made of. I don't know. It's just there's something wrong with the sun right now. That's obvious.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not the same as when we were children. You could go out all day in the sun for 8 hours when we were children, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got a little tan. Now you can't go out for 2 hours. You're burning. You can feel the burning on your skin right away. Something's wrong, you know, whether it's just the added chemicals in the air and the metals, the heavy metals, or if it's actually the sun, you know, acting differently. I don't know. But
the video where the sun was flickering in Africa, that was weird.
I'll tell you what's weirder than that. I explained this already, okay? I've looked at the sun with my welding mask before, okay? I have a self-auto darkening welding mask, so if I tilt my head up to the sun, it'll go dark instantly, and I can get a real good look at the sun.
Pontchartrain.
Hang on. If I look at my welding mask and I point it at the television set, and this is the old version television set, it flickers. Okay, like the welding mask can't decide what to do because it's flickering away. The bit rate on the screen is flickering. So when the solar eclipse happened there last year, the year before, whatever it was, I went out there with the welding mask because I wanted to get a look at it. Now I have two welding masks. I brought them both outside. One is solid lens. There's no auto darkening, and the other one is the electronic one. The auto darkening one started flickering right away when I was looking at the sun like it did on the TV set. And I was like, what the hell? I thought the thing was broken. I was bringing it inside. I was going to, fool with it. I thought that it needed a battery or whatever. But anyway.
That's like the whatever the lens is in the welding mask, sorry to interrupt you, is catching the flicker rate of the focus point of light. Like looking at a TV.
Well, to me, Pete, it's not the sun. I'm suggesting that's not the sun. It's not the sun we used to have. If they've actually gone and replaced the sun, I have no idea. What if they knew the day the sun was going to go dark, like it said, and then they just switched it on, and that was that. They
and how's the new sun powering itself?
Don't ask me questions like that. I'm just saying if they claim they have this shit, I'm just putting it out there.
They claim a man walked on the moon.
Here's the thing, though. My welding mask, like I say, is proof to me that something is weird about it, okay? Because it does the same thing with electronic stuff, but it doesn't do it naturally outside in the sun normally like that. So, or with a welding arc, for example. Anyways, I just found it peculiar that when I went to try the solar eclipse thing, I'm thinking my welding mask is broken. First thing that was crossing my mind is this thing's fucked. But then when I brought it inside and played with it and tried it out, and the fluorescent lights, I can do the same thing. It'll look at the fluorescent lights and it'll go out. So, I don't know. It was weird.
Hey, Marcel. How are you, man?
Something kooky is going on. Too high to go over, too low to go under, stuck in the middle. Let's make a submarine and go under the ice. Azazel taught them how to make that for sure.
Shout out to the chat. Carl's in Florida.
He's golfing?
I think I even talked to Soundly once, and he's arguing about his stupid picture, and he lives there where that picture is taken, I think. At the
my backyard.
Lake Pontchartrain. He lives somewhere around Lake Pontchartrain.
Near the Big Bendy Bridge.
Yeah. He says you can take that picture all the time. It proves the water bends.
Here's the thing, right? He can show me it in front of me, right? But he can't show me it to side. That's what his picture tells you, right?
Yeah.
But then you properly look at the curvature just between the posts. And by that amount of curvature he's showing you, Dave, the world's about 4 miles in circumference.
That's what I tried to tell those guys. But they're like, no, we did the calculation. It's me.
That's why they're idiots.
We live on a subway loop.
Oh, I heard Soundly, was trying to sell the banana bridge. Jose Gonzalez already went out there and actually took the picture and actually mimicked his curvature. And it says it's all full of crap. It's all based on angling. So he matched it, everything else, and he's got it. Now he has a reservation to go there January to meet up with Soundly. And all those guys and other bowlers are going to be in that specific area and going to try to get the curvature or get a picture out there. And they want to do that.
Damn, I'd love to be part of that.
Well, there's going to be an earther there. I mean, a flat earther there, so that's one thing. Second thing, hopefully they bring a drone too at the same time, so then they can get multiple pictures at the same time. But anyway, the Jose knows how to actually fool or actually use the trickery of the camera, so there's no way to get around him. Basically, as far as the techniques. So when him and Stanley are out there taking pictures, they both will have the same exact photos.
Yeah, and then we'll bury this cat turd in the litter box real deep.
Yeah.
Watch out for schnauzers coming around eating those cat turds.
I don't know. Maybe there's a rumor Red's rhetoric may be there. So that's also talked to because it's coming from his channel where they're getting information and exchanging information about Soundly.
The fucking Mongos! Mongos! Fucking Mongos!
That's recycled material there. Looks like turned it into a sign.
Fucking bending bridge. Go jump off the fucking bridge, you dumb fuck. That's the bet you have to make before you do the test. You say, okay, so the guy that loses jumps off the bridge, okay? Deal. Okay.
I think whoever loses gets his balls glued together.
Like a bridge over bendy water. Mm-hmm. Play us Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Pete.
Like a bridge. Got Simon Garfunkel.
Bridge over bendy waters. In British, it'll sound nice. It's a lovely fireplace song by Pete.
Wasn't there a guy on the panel from Florida the other day, like a younger guy?
What's that, David?
It seems like there was a younger guy that lives in Florida on the panel the other evening. Carl's looking for people that live in Florida that are flat earthers.
There's like several, I think, that's in Florida. There's a lot.
I can hook you up with Mr. Ed if you want to meet him.
Like that guy with the lit up keyboard. Isn't he from Florida? He always has his cameras pointing at his keyboard.
Kyle, I think.
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
In Tampa. He's in Tampa.
Kyle, that was it?
Yeah, just south of Bradenton, or somebody lives in Bradenton. That's the actual city.
Yeah, the disco keyboard though, I don't know.
He's like a Christian, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
He seemed to be. Oh, Houston. Oh, okay. That's where Patsy is. Maybe he could meet up with Patsy.
Maybe they could go for a horse ride together.
They could walk some cattle.
Pete would love to go riding across the pastures. Patsy.
I'll be right back.
As soon as I win the lotto, Pete, you're all set up, buddy. like a bridge over bendy water.
You not making boxes today? It looks like that frame or whatever it is has been in the same strap clamp for days.
It is. Now it's dry. I'm going to take it out. All right.
Those are fancy clamps. Is that going to be a box or a picture frame?
No, it's part of the box. That'll be the bottom.
Oh.
The top is coming over here.
I think I scored some walnut in the dumpster yesterday. There's like, they do a lot of wood milling there at the area where all the shops are, and I'm always pulling wood out of the dumpster. And
yeah, if it's brown a little bit like this.
But this was like a dark walnut or something. Yeah, strips like that. They're like inch thick, 3/4 thick, about that wide, about 3 feet long, 4 feet long. I just pull them out of there all day, every day if I want to, man. Crazy.
This comes from pallets, so I would take it if you can find it, because it probably is walnut. When you sand it, you'll find out real fast.
Yeah, the color of the wood I have is like dark brown, like a gray, dark gray.
It has to be something decent if it's any color other than wood.
I guarantee you, they bought it, imported it, and milled it down themselves. You know, it's like probably they spent thousands of dollars importing that wood.
I'd like
those
to
little
say,
pieces, you see, one place thinks those little pieces are useless and throws them away because they work with something bigger. But to me, fuck, I want all those strips, man. Inch strips is what I need, you know?
Me too. I was making rudder blades. What's that? What did Pete say?
I think he said he's coming back in a minute or something. I don't know.
okay. I'd like to say hi to Anita Holman.
Yes. Shout out to Anita Holman.
Why don't you friend her on Facebook?
And Melanie
I don't have
Harrison. And Space is Fake. And Carl Stenbeck and Secret Asian Man.
Don't let psychics creep your Facebook. He's a stalker.
I'll
Is
be
it?
quiet, Dave. I don't have one, so you guys are okay.
Well, I thought he had a channel, a Numpty channel too.
Well, I may have that.
The first Numpty channel.
Enter the numpty. Oh.
No, the channel is inside of the Numpty.
That's
My cord is too short.
that's Jez. He's just a-
Oh, shout out to Marcel too.
That was the sound of a vibrator. That's okay.
Was it quiet or was it loud?
It's okay, David. Go ahead.
The Gava has to walk around his shop with a curly headphone thing dragging around behind him.
I don't, because it's my short version and it's not working. I have my long version here, but I need some assistance to replace this bit here.
Oh, those things are hard to fix.
I gotta solder a new one on there. This one's pooched. But this is the way to go.
Have you got a walkie-talkie?
I have a walkie-talkie. I have a portable one and one for the car too.
Where's your yellow vest today?
Oh, I got it over here. Hang on, I forgot. Forgot my yellow vest. Viva la revolution!
I wonder if Carl's going to be watching the NASCAR races in Daytona.
Not unless he has $200 extra.
Seriously. Apparently that's really loud when you go to one of those races, and it's just noise, like crazy loud noise.
Drag racing's worse than that.
Yeah, but at least drag racing, they stop and start. When they're going around the track, it's just endless. It just keeps going and going, the noise. Oh,
Yeah,
actually, it's a wreck.
The Grand Prix. Try the F1 Grand Prix when you're standing near the straightaway, man, and they're going by at 220, 250. Wait. It's wicked, fuck. It's just
Formula cars can go 220?
over that.
Wow. But they come down to like 10 miles an hour around some of the turns. It's bizarre.
They go from 200 to 0 in like no time at all because the brakes are bigger than the wheel on your car.
Oh. They're probably made out of unobtainium too.
Ceramics usually, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
That must be really hard to drive like that around those. They got, and whenever I watch that the Formula One race, it's just like a line of cars. Like there's nobody passing anybody. It seems hardly
it's
ever.
Stupid. Yeah, a city circuit is a ridiculous idea. It needs to have a 3-lane road all the way around. You know what I mean? You have to have room to stack 3 cars wide all the way around the track all the time, no matter what.
They go single file around all those little dogleg turns, man. It's like, what's the point? You're just waiting for someone to crash, and then you can pass them. That's about it.
Well, it ruins everything too, because when it crashes, it's all enclosed, and then they have to pull the crane in there and fucking jack the car out.
Lift it up out of the crane.
No, that's stupid. It doesn't make sense. That car is so squirrely too. You look at anyone who even takes a test drive in it or tries to drive one or whatever. It's such a squirrely thing, man, that you have to be like super, super precise.
Because of all the power that it has?
Well, the steering wheel turns like a third of a turn. You know what I mean? It doesn't even turn all the way around.
Oh. So you can't do a U-turn with those things?
You can, but I mean, you're turning the wheel halfway. You don't have to let your hands off of it ever.
I understand. Okay, oh, never let go of the wheel. Interesting.
But you make a 1/4-inch variation and turn on the wheel, and you're making a fucking 10-foot variation in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Especially with speed.
You need to be very light-fingered. Yeah. Wheel grippers, it's like motorcycle grippers. They grab onto the bars like they're holding on to for their life there. Those are dead people.
It's amazing the amount of money that gets spent on that whole sport, huh? Those guys, the drivers are millionaires. The guys that own the cars are millionaires. The network.
It's all frivolous, wasted.
Millionaires.
Wasted, frivolous money. Wasted money. I mean, come on now. With the shit going on in this world, you'd think everybody was comfortable and happy and everything. Okay, and then we have motorsports. You know what I mean?
But that's like the peak of technology, making those famous cars. Don't you think? I mean, they say it's the space business, but I mean, there's no such thing. So the cars are probably the peak of technology. Maybe airplanes.
Well, look. The elites have it fabricated to a point where they exploit. That's what they do. They exploit. So by having you innovate things or giving you a platform to do it, you know, if they have the company in the place or something and they tell you to develop this or that, the technology is typically something they want for something else. You can call it motorsports racing. You know, you can call it whatever you want, any kind of technology you like, for whatever purpose that your fun mind thinks of. In their nefarious mind, they're like, we need this technology to make this instead, right? So you're making it for one purpose. They're going to use it for another. It's like a gun or anything else, right? I mean, one guy wants to use it for good. One guy wants to use it for bad. So. That's why the NASA thing bugs me, because when a guy's like, I work on components for satellites, it's like, you don't know what your component fucking goes on. You were given parameters for the component. You were told what it has to do, the temperatures it needs to exceed, and all this stuff. That's all you do.
You saw the drawing. That's it.
Yeah. You're told it's the discombobulator that goes on satellite 9. It doesn't mean shit. Okay. It might go on something underground, in my opinion. Everything's underground. I'm fully underground. I mean,
I think underground and underwater underground too.
Yeah, definitely. But you see, now they're at the point where rediscovering by retunneling the old systems, you know, or rediscovering the old systems and cleaning them out and working them back up. I mean, that's kind of what they're after, in my opinion.
I've heard rumors that they have digging machines that can do like miles a day and shit.
Absolutely. Plasma vitrification, apparently.
Yeah,
but either way,
as it goes. And so there's
no materials left over. It just goes and flag.
I don't know if that's true, though. I mean, I actually have seen pictures of the alleged machine, but I don't know.
It melts rock, apparently, down into a denser form, so it's smaller, obviously, at that point. And then you don't have any materials left over. And it if the correct word I'm using, but I think they said something like deflagrates the rock or something like that. But it's plasma
melting rock. That's it. You know how we're talking about maybe the rocks for the pyramids were cast. Maybe they had a way of melting rock or something.
Not the pyramid one, but the other wall there that's all form fitted together and stuff. It's obvious that had to be done like silly putty. You know what I mean? Something
That's
like
how,
that.
yeah, because it doesn't make sense they could have carved that and have it fit so perfect.
No, nobody's carving that. I promise you that. I'm putting together pieces of hardwood over here that take hours to fit together correctly, okay? Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this is a piece of wood. It's not fucking rock, you know? And it's hard enough at that. There's a lot going on. There's all kinds of shit going on. We were talking earlier about it too. 3D printing, 5D milling, all of that stuff, as far as I'm concerned, all existed before.
Most likely. Even the friggin' computer, the AI intelligence itself has probably been existing long before we made computers.
The things you can't explain, like these marble type statues and whatever, that are so intricately carved that no human could possibly carve it. That to me says A, printing, or B, you've made a mold and cast it somehow. In whichever method you're using, it is not carving it from a solid stone.
I don't know. Michelangelo guys can actually carve there's still people in Italy that can crank out those sculptures. They totally know how to carve that shit.
No, you're missing the point. You haven't seen the videos we're talking about with the guy with the fishing net and all of that. You seen all of those?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
That's too beyond, buddy. There's a whole video of those that are just whoa.
The guy that said it had to be done by CNC. There's no other way to have done it, just because they would have broken it, hitting it with hammers and shit.
Well, that particular one with the net and stuff, to me, that's not getting done in any way, shape, or form unless you have a wax mold of some kind. You can melt the wax later and it'll all fall away, or you have like we said, a printing straight printed up, you know, from the ground up.
Well, I actually said CNC, which is carving, but
Yes, I am a CNC machinist. The point is CNC is a program, and it's got set parameters, especially in the 3D axis. You're absolutely limited to a bunch of stuff. Now they have 5D axis, which is better, but you're still not digging inside those locations and carving inside those locations. No human.
They have the head that swivels, and it'll go in and around, and get inside those.
Yeah, but not those fine little. It's got fine little hand hewn lines in it and stuff. It's like, so it's more, it's there's no way. There's no machine that's doing that. It's just not.
But there's a lot of cleanup when you do mold. That would have to have all been sanded back down, even if they did mold it, because the surface when they do the bronze casting doesn't come out shiny. They have to do all that by hand.
Well, that was marble, the one, and to me, that's more like a jewelry making process. If you've ever made a ring or something, you have to do like 3 molds and then finally get it to a wax situation, and then you have that fall away wax after. And it's hard to explain it all, but
I know about the process. That was my business.
Yeah, you know how they do it. So you get what I'm saying. Once you've got all those molds accomplished, it's not a big deal, but. It's easier to make a mold out of something soft, obviously. We're trying to figure out how to carve in hard rock. Yeah, we're thinking wrong.
It's a big deal, even if you got everything down pat. There's a lot that can go wrong and shit.
Yeah, I think we're just thinking too complicated for nothing.
Yeah, they obviously had it figured out, whatever they were doing.
Well, we got that figured out by just looking at the ancient structures. There is nothing built today that's even comparable to any of that crap in any respect. Okay, some of it's so intricate and ridiculous, and gargoyles and everything else going on. It's like ridiculously ridiculous. Like, who would spend the time and the effort to do such a thing? For what purpose is the question. It's not just ornamental value,
It's weird. I remember as a youth thinking, like you just said, gargoyles, and I always remember kind of thinking, wow, those seems like those are like there's something up with those. Like they're really well carved and. They're friggin' gargoyles, and it's a church. There's something weird here. There's besides what they're telling us. I used to always think that,
You're reminding me of a story I'm going to tell here that was on Antiques Roadshow one day, okay? And it was like one of the ones where they have the most expensive things or whatever they were showing. It was like a best of show or something, okay? So that's why I was watching it. So they have this one old guy on there who's a real specialist in these ancient statues, carvings, and all that crap, especially Chinese art and all kinds of junk. This lady shows up with this fucking, basically a stone dragon, essentially, and it's been sitting in her house as a doorstopper, okay? The lady brings it in, plops it down. This guy he's trembling. The emotions in him, you can just see he's trembling. He starts talking. This guy's normally very calm, cool. He's one of these suave, talker guys. He is absolutely broken up, like he's talking about his dead mother. He's about to cry. He's about to burst out crying. He's like, do you know what you have here? And he's trying to explain to her, like, it's from this dynasty, so and so, and it's a dragon, and it's this and it's that. But to me, the way he was describing it, when he's showing, he's like, look at the muscle tone here and this and that, and how it shows the rippling of the muscles. And I was looking at it like, fuck, that thing looks like it could come to life. Okay. Is the way I was thinking about it. So again, if everything was turned to stone in this world, let's just imagine for a moment, everything was flash stone frozen, like it said, and that thing's legit. You imagine you're actually holding a legit dragon that was turned into a stone. I mean, the guy was so emotional about it. Something was so touching him that to me, it was like, well, this is pretty important for some reason,
Now, you don't think it was a carving?
No, it's a feathered serpent. It's Amaruka. It's the land of the feathered serpent. It's dragons. This is not a joke. This stuff isn't written because it's a joke. It's too widespread. There's too much evidence for it all over the place. Got two races going on here.
Reptilian race, huh?
Well, you can say reptilian. It just sounds sneaky and bad or whatever, but it's like seraphim is the correct term if you want to just go back to the correct text. I mean, it's the most beautiful creation that God ever made, apparently. A shining serpent, being shapeshifter / whatever. He's able to do anything. How else would you beguile someone if you were able to appear as an angel of light or any way you want? Okay, that's just a description trying to tell you something that can do whatever he wants. He can turn up any way he likes.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid theory.
Well, back then, but then you water down that bloodline to the nothings, and then you won't have the abilities you would if you were a pure bloodline. So hence the reason to be motherfuckers and want to keep their own blood within the family and do these incestuous / things and cloning and genetics and saving sarcophaguses and DNA and black goo organs in jars. And, it's not for nothing. You were coming back to get it again. Like you going to war and you burying your shit out by the fence post or something. You're planning on coming back and digging it up. You're not planning on getting killed in the war.
Nobody is planning to get killed.
A guy from metal detecting told me one time, he said, think about how many guys in World War II, for example, and there was nobody putting money in the bank, okay?
I know that. Do you have
what's going on?
I don't have cash app.
Oh, no. You got World War II in the bank.
Okay, but I want to make sure, like...
Open mic, Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. Psychics had his money.
Imagine how many guys went off to war and did what we just said. They took their life savings or whatever. They're single guys. They didn't have a wife, okay? Because, a lot of guys were married, but a lot of them weren't. And
they're only 18. A lot of them weren't married.
Right. So you took your favorite watch and your favorite whatever and all your favorite crap and you buried it in the yard or whatever. Just as an example, a lot of people did these kind of things. But then they didn't come home. They never made it home. So it's still sitting there in the ground somewhere. And people find a lot of these things all the time. By the tree, by the fence post, by the corner of the house, somewhere identifiable under the porch, whatever it is.
Go around your yard with a metal detector if you own a old house.
Yep, that's what guys are doing now. They have a services. There's guys that come to your old property like that with services and say we do it like for 20% of the findings or whatever they claim, Because any old coin, even old nickels and dimes and quarters from the time are worth a lot more than they ever were.
I was listening once to a guy telling you how to hide your gold. Like he was saying, put your money in gold instead of in the bank. Physical gold. And he was saying you got to fill up a PVC pipe.
Yep.
I think it was. But what you do is you put it, you make a whole bunch of dummies and put metal in them and bury them under metal fence posts, so that every time they're searching for it, they keep coming up with the dummies. And plus, it's harder to find them when they're under a metal fence post to begin with, because that makes the metal detector go up.
Decoy.
Well, just deep enough too is that most detectors are only going a foot or so or something. So you go down 6 feet, man. It ain't nobody's finding it.
Because apparently that is a problem. If you're going to have thousands of dollars in physical gold, you could get ripped off. So it's kind of a problem.
You put it under the outhouse. Yeah, the outhouse. That's the safety deposit box.
I saw a movie where the guy hid his dough underneath the guard dog. The chain link, he had a guard dog in a chain link fence there, like a kennel.
Yeah, that was American Gangster or something.
Yeah. That was what's his face too, the handsome black man.
Denzel. It was too obvious. That's too obvious though.
Really? That was an obvious ending? I didn't.
No, but it's too obvious of a place. Of course, it's going to be under the fucking nasty fucking German Shepherd guard dog. Where else would it be?
Well, it could be in a safe or something. I don't know.
No, this is where you have the decoy situation, like you said, where you put down something in that hole, but then you make your main hole somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was saying multiple, fake ones.
Oh, people.
What's up, Sir Jay?
Hey, so glad to hear you again.
We're back.
It's interesting that you spend all of your time there. I mean, not each and every one, but...
Sergey, can I ask you a question just while you're here?
Yes, please.
When you were a little boy, were you taught that America and the West were your enemy?
Yeah, I was a little boy at the period from 1968 up to, let's say, 1985. That's the 84. Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1968 to 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there was a propaganda about the America, that the America is it was brought to us in a way of the most possible enemy, the first most possible enemy amongst any others was America at that time. Yeah. And it was always said to us that this is even when I served in the army, it was said that the America is the most enemy, the first one, the first possible, where we have to prepare ourselves to fight against. So, and as well as that, of course, it was at even that time it was obvious that America is, United States of America or Northern America is a country of quite developed technologies.
Yeah.
So this is where they have obviously did expect the first knock or the first hit, and it was always said that it's just a preparation to prevent, not to prevent, no, a preparation to reply, to give a reply, a respond on the first. What is it? Probably I'm not right saying that it is hit, but for the first hit, I'd say, from America. So we have to be ready for a reply. We were taught about how long time it takes for the rocket to, from the moment of launching and from the moment of annunciation or report about the launch of rockets from America, how much time it takes to reach your city, and how much time you have to go to the underground shelter.
Bunker, yeah.
Right. And what you have to do if you've got an explosion. And depending on what the distance of it, you have to do this and that and that. Normally, all you have to do is, if you are not in the shelter, you have to lay down on the ground and with your legs towards the epicenter, and cover your head with your arms. That's it.
Yeah.
We always had the jokes about this, you know.
Yeah.
No, we when okay at the time of the explosion, you know, they kept giving instructions about it, and we used to have jokes about instead. And the joke one was, once you are at the time of the explosion of nuclear bomb or whatever, what you have to do first is to keep your Kalashnikov or AK-47 or AK-74, whatever it is. I'm sorry, AK-47, AK-54, yeah, or AK-54 on you in your hand, with your arm. What is it? Straighten to your right, so to avoid the damage or that melted iron could harm the other equipment. This is what was one joke. You know, I don't know if it's funny to you, but it was just kind of army jokes. You know, army jokes always are kind of stupid jokes.
Well,
the other one. Once you are at the nuclear bomb explosion blast, you have to wrap yourself into the
fetal position,
white sheet, and try to go to the nearest cemetery, so to ease the delivery of corpse to that place. You know, this corpse. Am I right saying that?
Yeah,
the dead body. So you ease the delivery of dead bodies to the cemetery. So you have to wrap you up with the white sheet and go there.
I actually thought of you. I was I don't usually watch TV, but I was somewhere and this scene came on, and these children were in the car, and then one of the kids said, "Oh," and then they cut to a scene and they said, "Oh, the Russians are coming," and there was like a woman with like a leather jacket and two big guys with sunglasses, and they were like walking really fast, and I was just like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, and Hey, just was disconnected because of my internet line. Hello, can you hear me?
Your communist internet is broken?
We could hear you.
Hello, by the way. It breaks from time to time. I don't know why, but it
Call
does.
Putin.
Sorry?
Call Vladimir and tell him you're not happy.
Unfortunately, I cannot call him Vladimir. I have no direct line to him, and it's not possible, Try to call to President Trump, you will never reach him, right? As you are ordinary person. However, what is the difference between you and him? No, there's no difference.
I don't have any hair. I have no hair.
You are human. Oh yes, you have got no hair, but he has got some artificial hair. No problem. That's not big deal.
They transplanted it from his ass to his head. That's why.
Yeah, and the the way it looks.
Yeah, look at the hair. Look at the hair on your ass, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They take the hair.
So the hair on his ass is as white as on his head.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I was talking to the other person about my dreaming about the nuclear war, and I just want to finish it saying that I remember myself in that dream standing in my city and watching the nuclear mushrooms. We call them like that. Probably you do it like as well. You do call it like that. The consequence of the blast, this mushroom rising from the ground. So I remember that, and I remember some soldiers coming by, but I don't remember any fight or any fighting or any blood or anything like that. And I remember I wasn't so scared about it. I wasn't at all. So that was a dream, and probably it was just a wave to my head with the propaganda at that time. And it wasn't nightmare, but I just, by some reason, I still remember it. We don't know. Do you believe that the nuclear weapon is really is real, or it's kind of?
I think they're just big dirty bombs.
Dirty bombs. Yeah. As long as we have poison, why don't we believe in other poisoning stuff?
Well, you'd only need a little bit of radioactive material of any kind in your bomb to make the whole area seem like it's fucked, even though it isn't. You know what I mean?
Seemed like it's fucked.
Yeah, like if someone shows up with a tester, they're going to say this whole area is nuclear radiated. Oh my God. But it's not that bad,
Yes, this is what I mean. Yes, exactly. Yes. And you are wearing the jacket, a signal jacket now. Are you in cooperation with guys in France?
Yeah, I have to work safe.
He's French.
They speak French in his country. Gave's country, they speak French.
In my country. I have my own country.
The country of Quebec.
Interesting that when you want to say something which is not sounding like English, you're good in it. You're easy to pronounce Russian letter R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's That's the genes, I guess. Genome.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Okay, who has the gayest ringtone of the whole year? Is it?
Would you please tell what is it you are doing now?
This is a circle. I'm making a circle.
Out of rectangle.
It's round.
2 + 2 is 5.
It's round.
I'm trying to build a globe. It's not going well.
Your eyes deceive you.
I just got to shape it a little bit. I'm mixing.
This corner.
No. Seriously, what is it? Is it a shelf?
Once I'm done building it, I'll sand it round. Yeah, I'll sand it.
Is it now drying out with, glue?
No, right now it's a box that's half complete.
It's a box. I see that it's box, but you have stretched it around, tensioned that. Oh no, it's not. Okay, it's
So-
a kind of.
You're making a flat Earth, Gavi?
No, that
It's a
model's
bee
in the
house.
other room. The flat Earth model's in the other room.
All right.
Yeah, here he is. The
Almighty.
Mongo.
Jesus Almighty. He had to come in and change that name.
What? Mongo's here? Oh, no.
Look at your fucking avatar. That is
I know.
the best.
Mongo.
It looks like Lucifer.
What Mongo means?
Mongo's here.
Is it mango? Maybe spelled wrong. Mango.
Sir Mongo.
Mata Mongo.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, mate.
How's it going down under?
It's good.
That's brilliant, Skip. Well, it's the weekend. That will brew me. That will do me. It's not making it coughing, then I say, Garvey.
Yeah.
So what's been happening then? No.
Just banning some people, I guess.
Why? Who's been getting banned?
You're at the top of the list. We were just about to vote.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Do the figures and numbers on your back mean anything? I mean, is it random or you purposely wear this jacket?
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want somebody
It's
to
the
run me over.
hotline.
It's part of
All
the
right,
it's part of the gay parade, Serge.
Yep.
275.
Oh, it's his
Take it off.
swingers
Oh, actually, give me
association club.
Copenhagen, what you green?
Aisle number 5, please. I
Eats a lot of
see.
shitty food. What's he eating? More fast food?
Thank you.
I see Poncho got a good kicking off zone today.
Yep.
I mean, it's not too bad, Mel. It's not too bad. I'm just a typical man. I'm a moaner. Yeah, I'll be right. As soon as I get some voodoo, I'll be fine.
You know, yesterday I have watched the video. The not this one, but the video the day before yesterday, and in that video there was a comment
That's mine.
saying that you guys are a team of Poncho
Mine
Pete
is
team
709.
for
Okay.
Bob from Ghostbusters.
Huh? Who's a
Have
con man?
you seen it?
Why? Who's a what? Where con man?
The comment, I don't remember who was the sender, but this was the meaning. If you go back and watch the video, you can scroll and find out who was the sender of it.
Yeah, it'll be some balance.
So all this stuff is a setup, you know. This guy in a signal jacket, and me myself as well. We are a setup or something.
A setup for what? I just think we're a bunch of loons on a channel, all having a giraffe with each other. But also talking flat earth and other conspiracies. We're all together. There's no money on this channel. We're all loons. Well, I am anyway. That's why I'm not allowed on the other channels, because I'm banned. Because they won't have me on because I'm too much for them. I hope you're listening, assholes.
Hey, Chinatown, you have an open mic.
All right. I just realized it.
Yeah. The other channels, they can suck my stump. I'm not interested. Hello, yes. And this is the Exhibit B. And this is Exhibit C. Fuck off, you numpty.
What, is your wife smashing all the dishes in the kitchen? What the fuck's
That's not me, mate. I'm over at pizza tonight. I'm on Slimming World. Wait, we're up to mail. Out and out.
I was out and about tonight, and and this girl recognized me, and she was like, "Oh, are you that flat earther?" And I was like, "Oh no," and it started, but it was good. Had a few good chats.
Did you slip her one?
Nah, she's married.
You sort of slipped her one.
Yeah. I know.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
So look at me balls. My balls are a sphere.
If she's a baller.
Yeah, they glisten in the moonlight.
Oh. Shiny.
It's too much information. Sorry.
It looks like a moon. Moon reflection.
Yeah, it's funny when we're out and about. They go, "Oh, that's that flat earth." It's like a disease, isn't it?
Yeah, it was weird. I sort of, shirked. It was like, "Oh no, don't call me that." But
I get called Mongo.
Yeah.
No, they don't really say a lot to me. My friends, they tend to stay away from me when it comes to the conversation of flat earth, because they know they'll get their ass ripped. So they don't really say anything on the matter. But they set me up though, because when someone else is new what comes in, they go, "Go on, ask him. Go on, ask him what the world is." And I go, "Why are you being like that? Go on, tell him it's flat." And then there's like, "No, it's not." I go, "Yeah, it is." And then they've got me because they know I'll just absolute go on one and batter him. And they sit there giggling.
So what if they're giving you a flat earther that they don't realize? Wouldn't that backfire?
Oh.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday when I was at the church, and the judge was not the judge. Fuck
The judge. You are so correct.
This bloke was going. Yeah, but you see that there? You can't see us breathing though, can you? I went, yeah, because that monocle's in the air. I've come. I went anyway. He went.
Yes.
He went. What about this here? He went. That's electric. He went. What's making that? I went. Well, that's electric, isn't it? Yeah, but you can't see it, can you? I went. No, because it's electric. You numpty. And he went. I went, yeah, but there's a core in the centre of the earth. I went, don't talk like a cunt. I said, I've had all your other bollocks, mate. I said, you made a point on that one, but let's not talk shit about the core. Can you show me the core? Yeah, but they've been 20 miles down in Russia. I said, I don't think so, mate. They've only been 7.5 miles down. And he was like, roadblock. Yeah, I'm just about to pull your pants down, sunshine. Shall we carry on? And that was it. He said, oh, why don't you come to church on Sunday, 10:30? I said, I'll get fuck sound. Fucking church, man. How do we know church? Fucking hell. If I do go to church, I'll be giving it Sister Act. Can he come to church?
What's going on, Jared?
What's up?
Not
What's
much.
up?
Your mic works.
Are you?
Is he there?
How is everybody?
Hey, Jared.
Hey,
All right, my man.
The moon microphone today? What are you looking?
it's always my microphone, you gade, you motherfucker. Quit bitching about my mic.
Put your mouth to the mic.
Are you on Mars? Are you delivering pizza to the space station? Or?
I'm trying to.
Jared's always got a smile on his face, hasn't he? Eh? He's always smiling. I need to have words with Pon.
If you're not smiling, you're not living.
That's it, mate. That's it. Finger licking chicken. Yeah, I'm on the diet food tonight, Mel.
What's
Yeah,
salad?
Jared, the guys that was on schedule last night, they were saying you were a no call, no show. You were supposed to show up at work last night.
Show up at what?
Yeah, Jared. What happened?
Jenny Craig.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you was on about me.
He's got, what do you have, like the earbuds on? The AirPods?
Wah, wah, wah.
Yo.
They're like $150 pods. Expensive as anything. They're good ones, too. How much did that cost you, Jared? You're on mute.
$20. Like $25 for these fucking things.
I thought they were airless. I mean, they were Apple iPod. That's all right.
Check you out with your wireless earphones.
I know, right? He's pimping out with the wireless.
You might be a bit too good for this show now.
Yeah. Hey, Jared, the guys were calling you out last night. They're like, "Where's Jared? Where's Jared? Where's Jared? It's about this time you're supposed to be in." Said, yeah.
I was crying because my football team lost last night.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know how you feel there, Jared.
Dude, I couldn't do it. I can't. Fucking bullshit. My Chiefs fucking lost last night by 1 point against the fucking LA Chargers. Fuck you, LA.
Your chi is off,
by the way.
dude.
I thought you were talking about the Chiefs, but okay.
I thought he was talking about his chi, like the prana, essential energy. His chi is off, yes.
Okay, I get it. But, yeah, he's gone. He's busy.
Well, regardless, really, it's thrown his chi off with the Chiefs.
That's right.
The gong.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Weird. You know what else we don't have astrology for, guys?
What was that, Snack?
Do you know what else we don't have astrology for that we really could and should?
Go ahead.
All the plants we smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, everything should have astrology qualities, right? Like dogs should have astrology, but so should plants, right? So, what if I'm smoking like Scorpio weed when I
Yeah,
should be
you're right.
smoking like a Taurus, you know?
Yeah, me too. Like I'd be smoking gem weed. You get it.
We should be eating like everything, right? Because we're in our own bodies. Our body is our temple, right? So the only thing that becomes us is what we eat. So if we don't like control what astrological foods we should be eating for nutrient, like, you know, for you know, to create, you know, to cure imbalances, you know, that will probably be caused by the overabundance of like Aquarius energies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
What's
You're
my
right.
horoscope today, Snack?
Partly cloudy, chance of hail, 30%.
Even on the medical side, that Santos asserted is that like a certain horoscopes, or let's say, for example, when there is a moon that's present, like a full moon, I guess, something is up with your body system, or it's probably it's more reactive and more pressure.
Oh,
to
well,
it.
that's just lunar, really. That's not astrological.
Like
No, but he's saying that a time, if it's the time of your lunar cycle, he says at a specific time. Let's say if you're Gemini or Taurus, and if you go to it will tell you if it's perfect for you to actually to be operated. Yes, I mean to be operated only because if it is that time of that month or that lunar month, and you're getting operated, you can bleed profusely. The pressure and stuff like that. That's what Santo was talking about.
Yeah, it's probably bullshit because it's astrology.
Right. But he actually incorporated like that piece, and also incorporated just the trees and the plants, but not the food. So nobody has.
Oh no! The only thing that becomes us, like,
nope.
No, wouldn't check that shit out.
Yeah, well, I know, but yeah, nobody came up with the food yet. I don't.
Everything has a birthday, man. Even your beer, right? So Zern should be drinking beer that's got a born on date that agrees with his astrology, not conflicts with it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, the past 4 girls.
It's such a powerful. Stars are so powerful that they have this effect on food, matter, us. They control all these natures, man, and you can diagram them out if you go through some books and shit. But this is only like thousands of years of confirmation bias.
Is this in your numpty?
Well,
no, I'm feeling so good about just trashing the shit out of astrology. Whether I'm right or wrong, it feels fucking good.
Here's one. Whatchamacallit, Snack for the whatchamacallit for eating according to your zodiac sign is called 7 years ago, written by PETA. So I'll just put the link up in there.
That's some whatever, but I didn't.
Just a heads up to read. I know. I'm just going to send the link, because you like to read anyway. And it's
eating for your astrological sign. Well, how could you do that? I mean,
here, hang on for 1 second. Let me see. Taurus. You're eating cranberries, asparagus, beets, cauliflower, cucumber, spinach, onions, radishes.
Oh, sounds like more bullshit to me.
And it says avoid rich and heavy foods and excessive amounts of carbohydrates. So you got to go on.
That's just like a horoscope. Generally applies to fucking everybody.
Yeah, I know.
What's that one for? Taurus?
That's for Taurus.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, but it says here's the thing to avoid also. PST. Where's your Taurus?
The bull.
No, I lost it.
The past 4 women I've had flings and relationships with, I was incompatible with, and it makes sense because we didn't work out at all.
Yeah,
so
Taurus and Tauruses don't really. They always have niggles.
Yeah.
Yes, avoid carbohydrates and rich and heavy foods. That's pretty general.
I've got my pizza coming in a minute.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is you probably weren't pre-screening your potential mates by their mathematically applicable birthdays and decidable birth chart agreements that would have cut out all the heartache in the world.
I know.
If you just followed the fucking rules of the sky, dude.
I know.
Damn.
Oh, that's too absolute.
No. It's all up there, pre-written, predestined. You know what I mean?
I don't like absolute. Yeah, it's too absolute for me.
So you got to believe in it. Yep, because it's there. Yep.
The stars are a code.
Yeah, probably there's a code in your fingerprints too. You read it and you understand it. You know what I mean?
Well, the
probably
stars
that.
could.
I wonder. Yeah, there's probably a correlation between these two things.
The stars could be a big, massive braille. I have actually thought that, before.
What about the Coriolis force of fingerprints? Like some swirl clockwise, some swirl counterclockwise, depending on where you're born. Wait, I just made that up. But wait, is that true? But it's probably not. Is it true?
What are we going to do with Zern when he actually pops up again? Are we going to just let him back in the panel again?
No, fuck Zern forever. That's my policy.
I thought Zern was funny as fuck.
Yeah, he is. He's funny.
I was listening to him this morning, watching Poncho go off his tits at 7:30 in the morning.
He was back on again? There was a part 2?
Hey, Zern's the only true flat earther. Give him a break here.
He's the only real fake flat earther that there is.
No, he's a true flat earther, and he assumes everybody else is fake.
He's Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner.
That's how it works.
Oh, yep. That too, yep.
I was laughing my head off this morning because Poncho was like proper triggered.
Who was on the? He just said.
You see, the cloning process hasn't worked that well with him, so he's aging prematurely. It's made his hair all gray.
Snack.
Hello.
I mean, I push Poncho sometimes, and he never gets like that to me. I thought it was mad.
Yeah, well, you can tell a synthetic when you look in their eyes.
But it was
synthetic human being.
Yeah, it's only a game show, isn't it? Eh?
It is.
Well, some people are capable of creating dramas in their numpty and acting them out, not in the astral, but in the physical here.
In the actual.
It's not hard to do, is it, to trigger someone?
How do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, to trigger someone off, you could just.
How can you trigger somebody? They can only trigger themselves.
Well, that's correct.
Off of what you say.
Yep. Oh, wow. You look good, Boo-Boo. Your little doggy. The little girl's just on a plane. She looks like a little dog.
She's a dog.
All painted up.
So you're a lazy bastard again.
Yeah, so these.
Lazy bastard.
I'm just trying to point out some of the obvious reforms we need to make to our reality to accommodate the truth of astrology and its absolute certainty, and apply it broadly, universally, as it were, to our society and transform everything to suit it. Because obviously, this is what's causing the disruptance. Generally, right?
You've been on the dab too much, haven't you, Jeff?
The house I'm at right now is a Sag, which is like somewhat compatible for me. So that because it was built like on the day, because it was like the star. You see the stars. Yeah, the stars were like over this particular place when it was constructed. It's got an astrological sign, obviously. Everything's in agreement here.
So what you're saying?
I don't rock astrology too much. There might be something to it. Like, I know my wife will never make a decision when Mercury's in retrograde.
I think Snack's got a samurai sword to astrology's neck right now, to be fair.
Supposedly, there's always a lot of weird shit when Mercury's in retrograde for some
Well,
people.
is that astrology? Or is that just like it fucking happens?
Don't know.
But is it because it's a planet?
Mercury. It's something to do with Mercury.
Astronomy and astrology is two things.
Yeah, but how it affects the people, it makes it astrology.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. I mean,
everybody's uniquely tuned to vibrational energies, right? So, like, you get your energies really, really good from your sign. I get them really, really good from my sign.
I don't know
Right.
about that, but like if you were born when
And-
Mercury's in retrograde, then
Well, isn't it having like a vibrational affinity for these energies? I mean, what's the transmission, man? Like, how is it moving?
That's a
What
good
is the
question.
power?
I don't even know if it's real. I just know
What's
that
the frequency?
Maybe it uses gravity, man. I don't know.
I just said people think it's
Does
real.
it use the power? Is it the power of gravity that's causing, these traits to be imprinted upon the people and things? Obvious inanimate objects also must then carry the same properties, right? As
Depends on what you mean by is.
Ism.
oh, it feels so good to just clean up all the bullshit that's generated by all the astrology nonsense.
There is a lot of crap around astrology. I'm not arguing.
I mean,
that.
but I'll go with like, hey, the moon does shit, right? But that doesn't. Where is that in the astrology?
Or
I'll
Venus
go with
might
like,
be affecting us somehow, giving us a vibration that what we don't know.
okay, but and that's different for everybody.
I don't know. I mean, it may be nothing. It may just be a thought is creative, and it just like the placebo effect. Like if you think that the astrology does something, it makes for you.
Like,
It's different.
like, would you guys give me that like astrology predates Christianity?
I'd say
The
definitely
start,
yeah.
Yep.
right?
Yep. Carl Sagan, like in Cosmos, he ripped it a new asshole. He wasn't having it either, Snacks. Not that means anything, but he did dismantle it.
It's funny though that the people that he works for really do actually buy into it fully and wholeheartedly. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, funny.
Weird shit.
No, I you check your horoscope there.
You have to admit, you probably heard the expression, there's something in the air, or everybody's acting weird today. I mean, the theory is that the luminaries are doing that. I don't know.
Oh, VR.
Possible.
It's all in your mind.
Oh, you know what?
VR.
The VR is great. The VR, I wish it was a VR. It would be cool if it was a VR.
Yeah, I'd come and stab a few people right now.
It's just like it's an AR, really. It's an actual reality. It's an actual reality whereby like all of the compartmentalizations and data sets and subroutines and plugins and all those things can apply and do apply, but in the material sense that they are actual reality.
Universe.
Like I actually have to go upstairs and make a coffee. I can't just virtually assume it'll show up down here.
Numpty.
Yeah, because we created all of the digital stuff from the actual reality here. That's how it has stability. Like permanence, whatever. Like impermanence.
Hey, everybody focus on a steaming hot coffee on my desk right now, and let's see if it can come true.
Mind fuck.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Beam me up, Scotty.
I guess I'll go make it myself. Okay.
Holodeck.
I just went through like 4 cups of coffee. I'm thinking about making more.
Fucking hell, you're going to be shitting like a cow pat then, aren't you?
Number 3. I'm number 3.
I'm probably not.
Buzzing.
What's the center of your philosophical construct, Jazz?
Fucking hell, mate. Do you want to even go there?
Yeah.
I'm just a lost cause.
No, you're not.
I'm my way.
It's like a stranger riding in on a motorcycle.
But you embrace you, Jez. That's
hell.
what I like about you. A lot of people, like, they're not sure. They're sort of like, do I be myself or do I not say what I think? But you just go for it.
Thanks, mate. I think you're taking a bit of a liking to me, aren't you?
Yeah, you're all right.
You're not pokey bum wanking me though.
I was when I was at working for the newspaper this one night. I was in this canteen and it was just men, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" I realized then how important women are because there was just men.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
You need women there washing pots and you know what I mean, bringing cups of tea.
No, you need them in groups because it's like it's almost like ionic or something. You get too many male ions running around. Eventually, they'll all like cut each other's heads off. You need women in there to like buffer out the polarities and shit.
Yeah,
that's why God made
Thanks,
women
dog.
with small feet so they can stand against the kitchen sink closer.
That's why women have specially adapted hands from generations of dishwashing.
Yeah, women are shit. Their hands, they make me laugh.
They're developing webbing, between the fingers. It's kind of like a aquatic sort of dish evolution, if you will. It was a theory, anyway. Theory. All right.
Women just don't use their hands properly. I mean, when they're stroking your bishop, it's like they're fucking trying to strangle a chicken. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, all the you mean with the feathers? You're saying?
Aye. Mel's always got a giggle on, hasn't he?
This kind of. But this is what I always find amusing. It's like, oh, you can't say that, and you just say it anyway.
Only certain people can say that.
Well, it's true, though, isn't it?
Merle's thinking the same thing as me. This is embarrassing.
It's true, though. When you're touching a woman's man in the boat, and you think you're a DJ. You know what I mean? They're like, you're not doing it right. Okay, now. Like, you're not doing it right. You're fucking strangling me fucking chicken. It's not a bit of beef jerky.
You sure?
Whatever you want to call it, mate, you can call it whatever you like, my little dumpling.
Disco stick?
It's not a dehydrated. It's not a dehydrated piece of beef stuff.
Nah.
I bet
beef loin.
A sea cucumber.
Sea cucumber, yes. That's what I call mine.
Baby elephant trunk.
I call mine the one-eyed monster.
Blue vein jungle pumper.
I think everyone's got a name for it, haven't they?
You say jungle pumper?
Jungle pumper.
I call mine Zern.
That's a good alliterative sort of pattern. I like that motif.
The pie for now.
Jungle pumper.
How about heat-seeking moisture missile?
That's a new one.
That's like a Noam Chomsky thing. He's like jungle pumper. It's his two best words that ever went together. He's a linguist, you know. So,
wordologist.
Yeah. Chomsky. You think he's a gatekeeper?
Who's a gatekeeper?
Oh, I think probably he knows so much that he probably knows a bunch of fake shit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because he's like too good to like.
Yeah.
Like he's been like led like down some blind alley, and so he probably believes in his own whacked out conspiracies, but that aren't right. But
I mean, I forget what I heard him say, but I'm convinced that he's kind of he's not all there.
Is he a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic then?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's from Harvard. No.
That's it. Done already, right there. Yeah.
The Gnome Genome Project.
So what we all got planned for the weekend then?
Yeah, maybe Horace Sheet and Caroline may swing down from That's a bad word. They may transit down in a vehicle from Arizona.
Mm.
Haven't heard from Caroline in a while.
She must have a date.
I think she's been working a bunch.
Yeah.
Because she was partying like it was 1999 for the convention. So hey, that's a dog, guys. Did you guys hear about dogs? Yeah, they got barks. Hey, get out of here. What are you doing, eh?
How you doing?
You sounded like Rocky then. What you doing?
Mickey.
Yo, Mickey.
It's so hazy. It's so hazy. Like, it would be real awesome and sunny, but there's just fucking haze, dude.
But it's not.
California.
I had to turn the sun down today.
Have you seen the governor of California?
I see Poncho's done a new movie again, The Golden Numpty.
Man with golden numpty.
He's getting worse with his videos.
I know the Tom Cruise bit goes too long.
I've told him right, Mel, keep it short but keep it sweet.
Yeah.
But he has to put, I said, keep it 4 minutes, and he takes it to fucking 8 minutes.
It's hard to do that video editing, knowing what to throw out, what to keep.
Yeah, but I've told him what to do. But he likes going off in his numpty.
What did you just tell Michelle?
Hold on for a second.
I love all the hard cuts he has in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just like watching it and it's like over. Next thing, it's like, wow. I love it.
I love the fat guy who falls into the pool and then he's in the universe. That was great.
I like when the guy crawls out of the shark and it has PonchoPete.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That little dog needs to be put in a bucket.
I know I'm hoping this next video turns out all right.
His intro is really, really long. You guys made a really long intro.
It's not mine.
Well, it says that you're part of the production company.
I'm not part of it. I've already told him what to do, but he don't do it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Right, man.
Your name's still on it, man. You gotta plead with him. You gotta stick to your guns, stick to your production.
You can sue him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sue him.
Yeah, go for it. Call somebody now.
License.
See if you can get a free, consultation.
Intellectual property.
Yeah, they'll sell this couch and give you the proceeds.
That's what I'm gonna do. I say, right, if you don't do it properly, I'm gonna kidnap your couch.
Yeah.
Just be like my ex business partner, Mr. PonchoPete. He's a flat earther. You just call up for a free consultation in some lawyer's office. And tell him the case.
Let's see what the next video is, Snack.
In England, they call him barrister.
Okay.
What's that?
That Snack, you think you cut out or something?
No, you.
Okay.
He
What do
hugged
they call
you.
him? What, a judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them judges. I call them arseholes.
Wigmeister.
Fucking
Wizards.
penguins. I remember when I was at Crown Court once. Fucking, they all came in with their fucking daftettes on. I looked at the judge and I went, "Are you wearing that for a bet, mate?" It didn't go down well. So I can't keep quiet when I'm in there because like everyone goes in court, they're all dead nervous and all that lot. I already know I'm not going to jail, so I just give the judge shit. All rise
Or church.
Fucking rising for that bell end.
I got pulled over by the cops again. Side two nights in a row.
Fucking hell.
Was it the same one?
No, different. And they got the iPads out again and took my photo this time.
What for?
They said it was for some street watch database.
Just go outside to him. Just say, look, mate. They stop being a div, do your job properly and fuck off.
Did you take their photo too? I mean, you could have taken their photos.
I know I don't have a mobile, so no.
Yeah, you did say something. But is that the reason why they pulled you over? Well, that was the emergency? No?
Well, I don't know. I reckon they're watching me. I do. I'm not being paranoid. I reckon they're watching.
Watching everybody.
Oh, you want to watch them, Mel?
Everybody gets on the list eventually and has their turn. So
just stay away from the woods, Mel.
Well, Merle, how about the first time? How did they get your attention? How did you start speaking with them? That's what happened the first time.
I was driving.
All right.
I was just about to pull on the freeway, and they pulled me over just as I was about to take the exit. And then, there were two undercovers.
Okay.
And they weren't heavy or anything, but they were just, and they didn't breath test me or anything. Nothing.
Okay. They
just
pulled you
asked
over.
me a couple of questions.
Well, hold on for a second. They pulled you over. Did they give you a reason?
No, not really. Nothing.
Right, because I mean, I'm just giving you a heads up. I mean, normally when you're driving, and everybody here on the panel are driving, we are programmed to pull over for an emergency. Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, that's the condition we have. So, if a person pulls you over, you're presuming the person should pass around you and then take care of whatever emergency. But technically, he actually stopped behind you. So, first and foremost, I mean, you have to think, okay, I'm programmed to pull over, let this guy through, and it's an emergency. So, really, the question is, what is the emergency? And if there isn't any emergency, there's no need you don't need their service. So, if they're presuming that they're in service, then what is their intentions? They have to tell you exactly why before they take your pictures.
Well, this is what's weird, because they had it when they pulled me over tonight. They had a log or a record that I got pulled over last night as well, and they asked me about being pulled over last night. There's something weird going on. I think Star's dropped out. But yeah, I'm not worried. I haven't done anything wrong, so.
No, they just want to fuck with you, make you nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drive faster.
I know. I'm just going to start dealing weed or something.
I purposely drive like a maniac, man.
Oh, got a nice big fat large mixed chicken, doner kebab, chili sauce, chips. All righty then. Oh, and a pizza.
Did it come from VR land?
Yeah, man.
So it's not really there.
Bunk it in.
Oh, it's on its way, mate. It's on its way.
It's still in virtual reality getting produced.
Oh, it's on its way.
You just blessed your food with an alrighty then. I love it.
He should just go to church on Sunday. That's where Lucifer lives. Why don't you just
go to church?
Why not? You like Lucifer. Go down there and hang out. They love worshiping Lucifer. Go to the Catholic one for sure.
They can all suck my dick. I ain't going into their programmed religion shit.
You can go in there and worship your Lord.
I'm not worshipping anyone. If they want to worship anyone, the gods should worship me. I can't be asked to sit there for 2 hours and listen to some fucking old codger that's probably got a wank mag in front of him. I was reading out to everybody and watching him talking about shit. What we've all heard before. Can you please put £5 in the basket? Fuck off. I need my £5 so I can buy a kebab. That's what God wanted.
£5 of what?
Whatever I desire to spend my £5 on.
£5 of feathers or £5 of bricks?
I'd rather give £5 to a homeless man on the street than give it to a church.
That's where it's supposed to go.
Nah. Because the father would rather buy red wine and Jimmy Fiddler fucking DVDs.
That's Lucifer's church. That's why you should go there.
They're all the same. They're all shit.
I lost connection. I'm back.
Where are you now? In the fucking South America?
No, I'm somewhere in a cold America.
On the equator? Where?
If it was the equator, it'd be nice and warm.
Rad. Sideways.
It's broadsiding.
I can't help it.
Wicked.
Hey, up is down, down is up. I'm in the ball somewhere, I guess. I can't help it.
You guys do know that a pound of feathers weighs more than a pound of gold, though, right?
Of course it does.
Because that's actually factual.
Wet feathers or not?
Just feathers.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Are the feathers closer to the North Pole or the equator?
Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to factor in some Coriolis and stuff.
But that's a perfect question for me to ask Morton. One of the guys that comes in.
Who goes to church on this channel then?
I thought you do, Chet.
You do. Luciferians do.
I don't go to church. Do you go to church, man?
Yeah, I took a dump in the confession box.
Right on.
Honest mistake. That's an honest mistake, man. It's like I thought this was the water closet.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do with this dude Zern? Are we gonna like ravage him on the chat?
We're not doing nothing. He's fucking walked the plank on the pirate ship. Goodbye. He's now in the Shark Tank.
Well, that's the panel anyway.
I'll tell you what.
What?
The only church I want to go to. The church I want to go to is that one where they go, "Rise from your chair, child. Rise. Let's heal you, brother. Let's heal you." I'd love to
go. Jez, that you'll see some demon at work right there for sure. You'll get to witness Lucifer's power right in front of you.
I know, but I just that would be the ultimate comedy show.
Oh well, Wayne Brothers did it really perfectly with that. The two brothers. It's called. They had their show a long time ago.
Whoa.
I don't know if you guys watched the Wayne Brothers a while back, but they did that show where they were like priests and they were asking for money and all kinds of stuff. But it was funny.
They make me laugh when they come in on wires and all that, like floating in the air, and they're like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Hang on a minute, mate. You just cured that bloke from his fucking brain tumor and all that."
They got like these like glitzy bling bling $1,000 $5,000 diamond rings and stuff.
Yeah.
And they got these wild glasses and wild hair, and it'll be like a white jacket or something.
Yeah, man. What's an absolute bunch of arseholes, eh? That's all I can say about them. Fucking divs. You've got people like that with this so-called gift. Now, if I had a gift like what they had, I'd be in the hospitals curing all the kids with cancer. You know what I mean? For free.
They have conferences like flat Earth conferences, but they have conferences like that. But they ordered it's stadium size. They all come in and it'll be like maybe like one or two. What's it called? 1 or 2, 2 to 3 celebrities.
Bollocks. Here's our beauty first. Go for your computer again. Thank you.
Holy
crowds
shit!
Will be cheering.
You have to be stationary to be on Hangouts.
They'll be praying and all that.
We cannot hear you. You sound shitty.
Puniverse.
Puniverse with bitchy with Jesus.
Shut up, you div.
Shut up, you div.
I'm ending at that spot.
I'll fill in for Pete.
This battery right here.
Where is Master Mongo?
Where's Master Mongo? Calling out Master Mongo. Calling
He
out
has
Master
to
Mongo.
recharge his battery after the battle.
God fiddled Mary again. God fiddled Mary again. Jesus sucked on their bitty bitty.
Who was on the panel when Zern came back?
There's quite a few of them.
Oh, really?
I didn't know he came back, Sly. I don't think he came back.
Yeah, neither did I.
Samurai Snack.
Well,
Yeah,
I saw it.
Snack finished him like good and proper.
7:30 this morning. I thought I was sat on the shit house and I thought, I'll fucking have a quick look at Facebook. And I went on the YouTube and I went on the channel and there he was, Ponch and him arguing. I'll laugh my head off.
It's all virtual.
And it was like, Poncho, but you have to forgive me because it's your Christian way. And I was like, yeah, mate, he's fucking having your pants down, kid.
No, you misunderstood.
Between you and Jimby.
Christian way. Oh, fuck off.
Almighty man.
Alrighty then. Lucifer. I'll tell you, I'm about to do a Ouija board at his house and bring out Lucifer.
You really want to do that Ouija board? Have you done it before, Jason?
What, a Ouija board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done Ouija board, mate.
You did?
Yeah.
That stuff don't work.
They're all full of shit, mate.
Yeah, I know. That stuff don't work for crap.
They don't even work. That's why I wanted to do it at his house, just to show him that it's all an absolute load of bollocks.
Do I have to be afraid or in fear for it to work, or what? Because there's nothing.
I mean, when they get this thing go, are you there, Sydney? Are you there, Sydney? You know, and that little thing's moving about on the board. No, it doesn't. It don't move on its own.
No,
You're
because you're
full of
blocking
shit.
it.
I know.
Well, one thing good about it is I'm able to use the magnification glass. I can't read some of the stuff, so I just use it.
Or someone's got a magnet underneath the table and moving it about. Ooh. Ooh.
Right. That's the trick. That is really the trick.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's like I like the one before when I used to go out ghost hunting and I used to know this woman. And she was like, I was past the spirits over now to the other side. What we'll do, we'll get a glass and stick it on the table. And it'd go round and round. Oh, put your fingers now on the glass. Right. Oh, it's moving. Ooh. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
there's a difference between charlatans and actual practitioners.
Mate, if there was a ghoulie in your house, you'd see it. Or you'd see things flying in front of you.
Oh,
But these imaginary, I mean, these Ouija boards, you know what I mean? No chance. They're a load of bollocks. The only time I've seen a Ouija board move, and that's in the movies.
But you guys, I think, talked about other things than that, like levitating somebody, you know, somebody like laying on the, you know, the light as a feather.
Yeah, it's mirrors.
Feathers. But I mean, I've done it with other people, and we were able to lift the guy pretty easy with 2 fingers. You know.
Yeah, I've done that with the fingers.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
Yeah,
weird.
he lifted up when I put my finger up his bum.
Holy shit! We almost like threw. Oh, yeah, actually almost threw the person. Like I was like, oh my god,
He's got 6 foot, mate. Boof.
Like he's like, already.
You remember that game, Pop Up Pirate?
Yeah, well, that would have been perfect. It's like a catapult. My gosh.
As soon as my finger touched his starfish, boop.
Who knows? I guess maybe some meditation, whatever.
When you meditate, you should know. Alrighty then. Even Stephen Hawking does it then. Alrighty then.
I didn't know Stephen Hawkins is still alive.
You're a day first.
You're still alive, Stephen. Good to hear you.
He's plugged in a modem somewhere now. I like Steve Norton. He was a good man.
I liked it till they start commercializing and franchising him.
Yeah.
He went like way crazy.
I mean, it was them fucking teeth at the front though, wasn't it? I mean, they never moved.
Right? He had to actually use like some kind of a stick, whatever.
Yeah.
And touch something.
He had a toothbrush with like 4 pegs on it.
That's what it was.
I can see you looking at me.
What if he wasn't really talking to somebody else, was just really just inserting all these?
Well, to be honest with you, I've heard that he was dead years ago, and he was like, what I heard, he was a silicon robot, just moved. That was it. Because he couldn't move his head, could he? He was proper cabbaged.
And the voice, you could have just cloned it anyway because it's computerized, augmented.
Yeah.
So
he didn't really say a lot half the time, did he?
No.
But
his concepts was up there too.
There's that at the universe, the constellation. Yes. Thank you.
He's so funny, man.
I mean, what did he do when he have sex? Did he just plug himself into a socket? Let me just put my HDMI cable in you. Oof.
Oh.
I shouldn't say things like that about him.
I know. Poor old Steve.
Ah, fuck him. After he went, about 2 days later, his fucking wheelchair was on eBay. Spares no repairs.
Shit.
Poor old Steve.
Look at Dave High's icon, Jez.
You what, mate?
Look at Dave High's icon, Jez.
Oh, let's have a look.
He's driving the Batmobile.
He's not driving that. He couldn't even drive that fucking wheelchair he was in.
No, that's a real picture, man. I got it from NASA.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's definitely real then. I did a video of Stephen Hawking once in his wheelchair, and I sped it up dead fast like it was a car doing burnout. It was like when it came in, it went. Dude, down up. I thought, fucking hell. I'm gonna get
Donut
banned
in
here.
his wheelchair.
I think I did get a ban for that. I thought it was funny. Bless Stephen Hawking. Sorry, mate.
Love you, Steve.
No.
Here, I got a picture of our favorite ex-flat earther.
What happened to him?
That's Skyfly Bry.
He's been wanking.
No, he's in the hospital after he crashed his airplane.
Why, who's that there?
Pardon?
Who's that there?
That's Skyfly Bry.
No, it's not.
It is, I swear.
Fuck.
He had this video on his channel. I screenshotted it. He was on the news for living through his plane crash.
Is it really? Is that him, Dave?
I swear to you that I got this from his movie. Oh
my God.
I thought Skyfly Bry was about 50 odd.
Well, this is years ago. This is an old movie when he crashed his ultralight.
Wow.
He looks like a kitten.
Yeah.
With his big paws.
He looks Muslim, doesn't he?
He's the original shirtless flat earther.
I like him again now.
Hey, Brian.
I want to Photoshop some gold chains on him, like make him look real Guido.
I've always liked how boring Brian.
Yeah, you can go to his channel and watch the whole.
That's gold, Dave.
Oh, come on, Peter. I'm starving. I'm a fucking waste away.
I just ate my second breakfast.
What happened? What are you waiting for?
Well, you had some Shitterbix.
No, eggs and potatoes.
Eggs and potatoes?
Well, you could order something to deliver. Pizza, Chinese food.
I like my Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese food's lovely.
You can get like a General Chicken. You can get like sesame chicken. You can get ribs, lo mein.
Oh my God, that's just gay as fuck.
That's a disturbing picture, isn't
He
it?
shoves that rocket right up his ass.
Who the hell was this showing that?
Nice work, Dave.
What is?
He don't even lube, he takes it.
That's
you,
Brian
Dave?
Scott on top of Sean Connery's body.
Sorry, you just said General Chicken, man. Like, they make General Chicken, like not even like a specific general.
they should call it plain chicken. And they also call it the war bar as well. So come into my war bar. You get the pick of everything. Purge. That's what they call it. Yes,
Zoltan.
They would call it General Zo. Or General So. So? All right. I'll take some.
General Zoltan.
But it's so. Yeah.
Have you had some of General Zoltan's chicken?
Generals.
I'm gonna watch Creed tonight.
It takes a tough man to make a tender chicken.
Is that Poncho you put in there, Dave?
No, that's Blues Brothers guy, Elwood.
Oh yeah, Elwood.
I'm gonna do a movie with Poncho in it. I'm gonna put him in one of them massive gay fucking leather suits.
Those boots.
There's Stephen Hawkins now.
I'm gonna put Jesus in the background whipping him.
Stephen Hawkins never looked more fit than that picture there.
Where are they buried him anyway?
That snail trail.
Where did they bury you?
It's ridiculous.
Do you know where he is? He's with the rest of. He's with the rest of the clowns. He's buried. Well, he's actually cremated, and his ashes are at the Westminster Abbey in London, and he's next to transvestite Isaac Newton.
Yeah. Newton never had a girlfriend.
So there's 3 Mongos in that church.
God.
The Westminster Abbey Pedo Association.
Pretty much.
Is it real?
Universe.
In a vase?
I've been in the church when I went for a tour.
And billions.
It's got to be.
You're not missing much.
Let's put it in the Sotheby's, and then as soon as the hammer hits, it falls apart. It gets shredded.
Did anybody see the Virgin space?
Yeah, we were analyzing that rocket airplane thing.
Didn't that look flat, mate?
They only go 50 miles up, and they only go 2.9 times the speed of sound. I mean, the whole thing is just a freaking joke.
They go 50 miles up.
That's it, 50 miles.
It's like it's a rocket with wings, right? That's it. Does it have maneuverability? with those kind of flappy wings. It looks weird.
Oh, I'd love to go 50 miles up. I wonder what that view's like. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to get on it. We've got no chance. We ain't got that kind of money. So we all know it's going to be.
That
I think we should
Concord
do a.
used to do pretty much the same thing.
We should all do a GoFund.
They're jerking us around with that story.
I know, they're full of shit. Richard Branson's a Freemason anyway.
They're charging $250,000 for like a few hours, 4 hours or something. You go up, you come down. You give it.
Yeah, but it'd be worth it though, wouldn't it?
What's that?
I'd definitely pay it. If I had $250, mate, lying in my couch, I'd definitely pay that and do it.
Just for the view? They're probably not even going to show you a real view.
Well, they've got to, haven't they?
Do they?
I want to be sat in the cockpit, mate.
Good luck.
You watch, you're getting on some fucking simulator.
Yeah, it'll just be like that TV show where they sent the people to the moon, they thought, and they were really just in the studio.
See,
I wonder where Sean Connery was able to get these red bullet. What do you call it when you have the thing that holds your bullets?
I don't know.
Look, the bullets are like gigantic 4-inch long bullets, and he's got this little tiny gun that looks like a 22.
It's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I can't see anything.
Those are the bullets that go to like a giant Gatling gun or whatever, machine gun or something.
How's the weather over there, Dave?
What's that? The weather? You always ask that.
Of course.
Same as it was yesterday.
All right, just checking.
And the day before that.
Nice to see the sun and all that. Clear skies.
You always ask that.
I have to, because I don't get those kind of weathers that Dave has. And it will be only Dave that I'll be asking pretty much. Sorry about that, Dave. I mean, if you look at my picture, I mean, I don't see any sun whatsoever. So.
Yeah, they turn the smoke machine on where you are, Si.
It's heavy cheming, I guess. I can't even see the sky.
Yeah, you can barely see the car in front of you.
No, I know. It's the most I can see is about 10 cars ahead of me, and then everything else.
10 cars, okay.
Yeah, everything just disappears.
Well,
it's like I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Hawkins' wheelchair, and he walks away. Who is that? That Merle?
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck our computer, you bastard.
Is that crap on your thing? Jez, what is that? What are you holding to on your avatar? What is that?
Poncho and a Blue Cross.
It's Poncho. It's Poncho on an Alaskan pipeline.
No, you're holding a sword. Is that a cross? Oh, that's a cross. Oh, okay, I get it.
It's a crucifix.
All right.
But it's made of shit.
It's actually made of poo, Si.
Okay.
It's a crucifix.
Who made that? Was it artist that made that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made the cross.
Oh, you made the cross. Okay.
Yeah, the cross is like an item that Jess has.
It's Jess's sigil.
Oh my gosh.
He wasn't very pleased when I stuck him on the poo cross.
God.
I've done him on a poo cross. I've done him on a cross, safe in the waves.
You are Lucifer.
He's kind of giving you a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of look a bit like Jesus.
Thank you, bless your child.
Artist is good.
He is good.
He's able to put things into the bubble head. It's fun.
I think I might go to church on Sunday now.
With that picture, that outfit.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna scare all the church ladies. I have a feeling.
Poncho man.
And the women too.
I wanna be. Yeah.
You're gonna scare all the church ladies, and the women.
I can't help myself.
So when they give you a basket for offering, are you gonna put anything in that basket?
I'm putting absolutely nothing in that basket.
Just, I mean, usually
I might even take some money out of the basket and put it in my pocket.
Oh, you dirty dog! That's horrible.
It is. It's paying for
horrible.
a pizza.
Oh my gosh! While people are like dumping $5, $10, you're gonna take that?
Yeah, I mean, the vicar's just going to spend it on wine and fucking kiddly fiddly DVDs, isn't he?
I know, but that's the principal part. You know, people are like putting money into the basket right in front of you.
Well, they should be daft then, shouldn't they?
Well, then again, you may get away with it with that outfit. Who knows? But that's horrible, Chaz. I would
actually put something in there. I mean, I'll put like a mint or a polo in the basket, you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
I might put some.
No, I mean, because last week we had this incident at the hotel. We have this Salvation Army where they put a box every year, and what that box is for is when is that for the children are poor or they live in adoption agency, not adoption agency, those homes, foster homes.
The churches.
Well,
the churches are the most wealthiest places in Britain and on the world.
Well, not the children, but check this out. The whole stuff got stolen. I mean, like the toys and everything that they put in there, they just went and grabbed it. And it was just for the kids that doesn't have any parents.
I'd be well pissed if they nicked my mint.
That's right. So I would be mad if somebody did take your mints or something like that. So,
I just can't put money into these organisations. It's just shit, bollocks.
Yeah, sure. They go to buy wine and everything else, and whatever. But putting a mint or something, I don't see why not. I think that's.
It'd be a good mint though. It'd be a Tic Tac.
Yeah. not those Andes mints. You know what I mean?
Proper good shit, mate.
Oh my gosh.
They'd only get one though, because if I put two in, you know what I mean? I'd have to put the box in, but I need some.
So you're gonna put in like a green mint in there, and that's it. Not like an Andes mint.
No, just a green or a white mint, whatever I have at the time. Or even if I had an half chewed spoggy, I'd give them that.
Forget it, just take the money, man. I'm more embarrassed of you putting that thing in there. Just take the money. Don't put them in. That's more like a slap in the face. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going into the hotel.
But it's still a gesture. Jesus, if you give me.
Wherever psychics is.
I could put a couple of lines of cocaine in the basket for them.
What for?
I don't know, so they can get off the tits.
Coke. Coke comes from South America. You guys don't have Coke in England, do you?
No, we don't have Coke down here, mate. We ain't got no coca plants.
What would we use it for?
Fucking hell, if there was coca plants down here, mate, I'll be harvesting the leaves.
Probably the Bushes imported the Coke into England too, would be my guess.
Oh.
There's heaps of Coke in England.
Oh, really?
Fucking
yeah.
How?
I don't know. Like they like ecstasy, weed, Coke, Molly. You can get all that.
I heard that the Queen.
Oh yes, please.
was related to the Bushes, so maybe they just made it easy to bring all that coke into England and just had the drug wars in the States only.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, there's loads of coke in London.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who, you know, that's what they do to even relax there in the UK because everything's so hectic. They have a bit of a sniff.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I shit you not, right? And this is like proper talk, right? The lads that I work for, I mean, the supervisor's a coke dealer, right?
What?
In the morning, 7. Yeah, on the job, mate. In the morning, 7:30 in the morning, he's dishing it out to the lads. Right, you owe me 50 quid. You owe me this, and he gives them tips at the end of the week, and they're all smashed off the tits, mate, all day, sniffing coke all day on job.
Man, that would get old fast. That shit only lasts for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't last long at all.
I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
I've got nothing against drugs. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but when you're taking drugs and working, there's morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're a rock musician and you smoke a joint before you go on stage, you know, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's not my firm, because I'm subcontracted to someone, I can't really say too much because that's what I said. They're all fucking spiced out their heads and that. But if that was my job, and they turned up in the morning sniffing coke, I'd be like, right, you, fuck off, don't come back. I'd sack a lot of them. I wouldn't have it.
I've heard of web design places that have bongs all around too. You know, like some jobs you are supposed to be high for. Depending what kind of drug you're high on, and then you got all the people on antidepressants going to work every day on their happy pills.
I had a lad with me, right? And he had 3 lines of coke, and then he had fucking 4 cans of beer, roofing. I went, you're having a fucking giraffe, mate.
You're gonna fall off the roof doing that shit.
I couldn't give a fuck, mate. I was like, tell her, I ain't saving your ass, mate.
No. You're better off just having a clear mind when you're trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, especially when you're at them heights. 3 stories, 4 stories, 5 stories.
You want to be nice and clear-headed for that.
Yeah, mate. It's like 400 foot in the air sometimes.
Yeah.
Then you got someone going, got a line? Yeah, I've got chucked off there in a minute, mate.
You seen those old movies of the guys when they built skyscrapers in the 30s? They were just walking around on those narrow beams like 50 floors up and shit. They were Indians, American Indians. They had good balance. Indigenous peoples. Coke and meth are totally two different things. The people on meth, they have this whole friggin' stories. They make up all these stories, like super friggin' crazy stories they're just all married to and stuff. Like the shit they come up with, like a guy on Coke would never come up with that shit. They get delusional and stuff, these meth heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a documentary about that. It's exactly what you were saying.
I've talked to them before. The shit they come up with is it's all self-centered and based on some little fantasy that they have, and they create this whole story around it. Bizarre. And then they buy their own story. They come up with this lie, and then they start believing it. I was talking to a lady in the liquor store saying that she had dealt with both, and she would gladly take a coke fiend over a meth head any day.
I pressed the button by accident and deleted the post.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Hey, is that the original Batman?
No, it's Stephen Hawking's driving the Batmobile. He's a part-time Batman.
I didn't see Stephen Hawking. I just recognized the Batmobile.
He's in there.
They'd get away with it, I know, because no one would recognise his voice, would they?
No, I mean, yeah, you're right.
They'd be like, "Oh, Batman." Then in the day, you're in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
You could be the sound effect guy, Jess.
I always thought Stephen Hawking was a transformer.
A robot.
I was expecting him to trans into something, do you know what I mean?
Oh, shit, I almost hit this car.
Thing is he's probably about the third or fourth Stephen Hawking, the one that just died.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's it, because we don't know what technology we got, do we?
Because, I mean, the guy can't live that long with ALS or whatever it's called.
Yeah, what's the longest? Like 10 years or something like that?
5 years or something. Is how
5
long
years?
Yeah.
Jeez. And how long did he have? I don't know. I think
it was like 30 years or something. Crazy.
That's why they had to kill him off.
How old was he? About 60, wasn't he? Something like that.
I don't know. I definitely remember him being around in the 90s. So
yep, me
it was
too.
At least 20 years.
I've always known Stephen Hawking as a transformer.
That's because he was talking like a robot.
Yeah.
Man, this is like worse here.
What time's it over your way, Mel? Or has he gone?
Merle? He's not here.
World disappeared.
I didn't even say bye.
He may have gotten pulled over again.
Bad weather over there, psychic.
I can't hear. What's that? Something's in your mouth.
I said bad weather over there.
That is the word for it. I can't see, and I'm driving 20 miles an hour because I can't see.
And went to get coffee.
I mean, really. I mean, what you're looking at in the picture, it seems like the car is 5 cars away from me, but really, it's like 1 or 2 cars away. It's really bad, and there's very little visibility here.
Did the car in front of you just run that red light?
That's what I just thought.
That's normal. I mean, he was in the middle. I mean, he was in the middle. You can't see the light really till you're actually close. Yeah. It's really bad, man.
Right, I'll be back soon because I'm going to eat my dinner.
Eat your dinner, then.
Eat your dinner, so. Me, you, and Uber Dave, and Poncho when he comes back, or he is back.
I know that's Bunsen Honeydew mentioned something. He says he can't get stoned because his tolerance is so high.
Yeah, I know. He's right.
With the resistance after a while.
He's right. The only way I could tell Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is like a one day or 2 days filtration away from it. Just that one little poof, you're like cloud 9.
I guess you got to quit for a couple of weeks to.
For me, it's a couple of days. I've noticed like I run out, and it'll be a couple of days, and as soon as I have that one, forget it. I mean, that's if you really have the good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't smoked in the after weed in a long time.
Yeah, because right now I'm smoking I have real good stuff. I'm smoking as if it's like a cigarette. I'm not really getting anything into it. But if I actually don't smoke for a while, like maybe half a day, I'm good to go. Sorry to hear about that, Bunsen.
What is that? It's got to be 70% what? 70% THC?
I don't know. I just smoke it.
That would be some pretty strong weed, I think, if it had 70%.
Wow, really? How can you measure really the THC?
They have measurements when you go to those weed stores.
But my question is, how do you measure percentage?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the THC. Very interesting.
It's an estimation, probably.
Mm-hmm. Let me go see over here.
I don't even think it's. I mean, to me, it's more. You can't just say the resin, the THC, because each strain has different types of. The THC is different. It has different effects on people.
Jeez, like a minimum, they have at least 2,000 ingredients or whatever properties in there. Just minimum. There's like so many.
And then, like, if you take a seed from South Africa and try to grow it in Washington, you're not going to get the same plant.
No. The soil. What else?
Yeah, the sun itself.
The lighting, yeah. The temperature, everything.
People around it could affect plants, pick up people's vibrations, probably.
Correct. Correct. Where the hell am I doing here? Okay, hold on.
I don't know. You're at the bank, it looks like.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
You'll have those vacuum tubes, and you're going to put your money in the vacuum tube, right?
Literally not. I mean, like, the vacuum tube I picked, the freaking guy left his ATM card in there. And then I went to actually give it back, to the teller. I mean, with this vacuum tube, and then it comes back and puts it in my money. So I've been carrying on this guy's ATM card for about 2 weeks already, and I'm trying to actually bring it back to have him to keep it so I can give it to the guy. I don't know. He probably has a new one already.
Probably
but still.
by now.
Yeah, but I don't want to be driving around with somebody else's card. That's gay.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I know. Oh. You were here last night, David?
Well, my last night, I think I fell asleep pretty fast. Zern was talking. I just shut it off. I can only listen to him for a few minutes.
Oh God, he's toxic himself.
Yeah, the actual vibration is just something I don't want.
Correct. Yeah, you could turn it off. You could Zern it off. God.
When he's being nice Zern, he's okay, but when he's being crazy Zern, it's just.
You could, but like I don't know, whatever. Like later on, he was already like slurring his words. I don't know what kind of he's drinking. It's hard liquor, definitely.
You think it's liquor? I think it's pharmaceutical.
With him slurring his words? Well, maybe.
Just his highs and lows. There goes that thing just shot down the tube. That was cool.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, they got their money. They're pulling it out. I saw them pull it out. We only have one bank here that has that system, and then they just built it.
That's funny. This was prevalent in the 1920s for
No, I know.
Mail. Cool. Yeah, very interesting. Imagine that working at World Trade Center. Well, that was 1970s, but any buildings that was in the 20s, they actually had really. It was interesting how they transfer stuff. But now in this era, it'd be like weed or something, or some kind of gold foam.
When I was in New York City in like the early 2000s, and the banks there, as I recall, the door was locked. You had to maybe use your card to get in the door. Right. There was no tellers in there. It was all machines. Once you get in this little locked area, and then you just do your teller, you use the machine, to do banking in there. It's just like all strict. It was weird.
This new one that just opened up, you're saying? I'm sorry.
No, that's just how all the banks were that I went.
Oh.
Like Citibank and stuff, when you're in New York City, there's no actual bank like this that you walk into.
Oh.
It's just like a little
machine,
closed-off room that has like a locked door in the corner. Like it's real small, and you go in there and use the machine. But
it's like almost like a drug dispensary.
Kinda, and it's obviously from the elements. But
I've done that before, like to get like weed and stuff. I went to somebody's apartment, and all of a sudden, somebody's peephole opens up, and I ask for whatever, and then peephole closes, and I wait for 5 minutes. Then it opens up, and a little bag comes out of that peephole. It's kind of funny, but yeah, that's what that reminds me when you're talking about the bank.
That sounds like that was built in the 30s during the, when they had the anti-booze thing.
Sure, yeah, and now they're doing it now with the weed. That only will happen if you're in like in the major cities, big cities. But
I wonder what percent bubble hash is for THC.
Well, I don't know.
It must have pretty high THC because it's just supposed to be the trichomes only without the leaf and stuff.
You guys know all about these kind of things. I don't. I just smoke it. Really. I'm hearing like all kinds of weed can fix your menstruation or headaches and anxieties, all kinds of stuff. They have them alphabetized. No.
You've heard of hash, no doubt.
What's that?
You've heard of hash, I'm sure.
Cash?
Hash.
Hash is yes.
Hash is cash.
No, I've done it. I use that, and I like to like break up the hash and mix it with the weed.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
No, I don't know if I could do it 100%. It's got a weird tarry taste when I do that. I don't know. I gotta mix it up. And then when I smoke it, then my lungs feel like really heavy and I don't know.
And stuff.
Yeah, it feels heavy when I do like 100% of the hash. It's the oil. Yeah, but it's about like maybe a good 15 years since I've done hash. It's all right. And plus it's like a different weird too, like a different high I get at a hash. Like if I smoke like regular smoke, it's like for me it feels cloudy, it's fine. But when hash feels like I'm stoned, but I have a clear thought. You know what I mean? You feel like you're stoned. So it's like two different types of high I get off from that. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure consumable too. So I don't know. I never consumed anything.
Oh, you never tried eating it?
No, like brownie cookies, space cakes, gummy bears, lollipops, you name it. I mean, all the fun stuff. No, not yet. But I'll try it.
It's different.
Yeah, another way. And plus, I hear it's a lot longer too.
So, a lot water?
About like
it's more of a body thing.
Yeah. Let the Autobots roll out. Thank you. All right. I'm good to go.
Oh, yeah, the waterman doesn't like dabs. He's crazy.
Really?
I think when you smoke joints, man, it's all stinky. Your clothes stink up. Your breath stinks up.
That's true.
Your dabs, just boom, you're done. And there's very little smell.
I think some stuff just don't work right with certain people. They just don't get. I think if you're not comfortable or set right, then I don't know.
You don't get that pleasure. Is that what you're saying, Dan?
Yeah. Some people don't like that. Some people like buds. Some people don't like to do blunts. Some, I think it depends.
Over taste, there is no dispute. Some people like white wine. Some people like red wine. Some like burgundy.
Right. Well, like me, like if I smoke sometimes, if I'm not like, if I don't feel like, I don't know, like I could sit down for a second and take it easy and smoke, it doesn't seem like it does exactly the same effect, or I don't know. Maybe if you're busy doing a lot of shit, you don't get to pay enough attention to what, or notice. But if you're sitting down and relaxed and paying attention, then you notice the high. It's what it seems like. If you're relaxed and comfortable, then you'll be actually.
Yeah, some pretty nice rest today, Dan. Or you had a pretty good break.
Well, what is that? Snow or fog or what are you doing with this?
It's fog, man. You know what? This tells me something. If I see fog like this, that means it's either it was warm weather, or it's gonna be a warmer weather. It's the only time I notice with temperatures when I see this kind of fog.
A moment of silence for Google. Sponsored by Google. People looking for the curve.
Zern. I like the Batmobile, Dave.
Still here, Tim? Welcome to the club, Secret Asian Man. Jared, I still see you out there. You're probably out to lunch, huh? On break? Taking a Zern break? Yeah, man. We be Irie, man. Oh, shit. Can't see. I'm almost get myself into an accident. Oh, yeah, Dread. Bring in the fire, baby. Yeah, man. Watch out. Check it out. Wow, the fog has gotten thicker. Look at this. Are we passing by Camelback? Somewhere. Come on. Let's go. All right. Oh, shit. It's your naughty in your hand. It's your naughty in your hand. Here we go. Whoa. Nobody wants to speak at this. Oh, anywhere. Jeez. Drive any slower? Well, it's Friday. (3 p.m.) I could say that weather's all right. Hope everybody's having a good time. It's time to party tonight. Friday night. I'll see you guys this evening. So what brings you over to Florida, Carl? Vacation? I wanted the Jazz Connor to come in, Dred. That would have been an interesting morning.
What's up, all you spics and wops, guinea pigs, and I don't know. I'm not fresh on the racism.
That's all right, Chibi.
You chinks in the armor.
Dinks.
Isn't it kinks? How many people say chinks in the armor?
Or I got kinks in my armor. Or I got a dink in my armor. No, I'm not also up to date with the stuff also.
We should ask Zern the best way to insult somebody racially. And
Sure.
P. Mars too. He's another picking a nose winner right there.
They're not from Poconos.
Just the shit that P. Mars has been saying. Like I guess I just wanted to see just a dopey fluoride head in there who's just innocently a victim. No, he wants to be a victim. He wants to sound like fluoride. He wants to think like fluoride. He wants to be fluoride. And he is. Mission accomplished. But what a piece of shit. I'm just seeing a lot of true colors in people because I wasn't really looking, because I don't really give a shit about the people in this. It's like, if they're a good person, a bad person, do they wipe their ass twice or 3 times? Do they wipe front to back or back to front? I need to know this. Like, I don't care about any of that shit. But when people are coming out with their true identity of what's really in their heart and head, you're really seeing some ugly shit that they don't show you until they're mad. And then they show you.
Well, thank God someone gives a shit, because I don't give a shit, really, in that aspect, really.
Best thing you can do if you want to get to know somebody is piss them off. You'll see who they really are.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun. I mean, that sounds like a real good idea.
Well, it's kind of a way to save time. You can spend 9 months, 2 years with somebody and never really see that side of them until you see it, because you didn't make them mad. at you. You might still be mad at others, and then you don't really care because it's saying that about other people, but if they can do that. You just don't really know somebody until they're mad.
Could be the reason why I married my wife the first time. I made her pissed off. Oh, I'm going to marry you because I know what you are. I think it does work. I did it naturally, in a sense. So, I mean, yeah, if you're really going to piss somebody off, true colors comes out. Ooh,
yep.
Deadly. Really deadly.
Most people, they're going to just show you their representative, who they want you to think they are. That's the representative. And, you know, when you get past all the bullshit and the fluff, you piss them off, there goes the representative, and the true person comes out.
So funny. I've seen that happen, Jimmy. So, yeah, they do come out when they're pissed off. Even the quiet ones, too. That's the funniest ones. The ones that squeak.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're talking like a gorilla. Holy crud. Night and day.
I am just always pissed off, so you're always seeing the real me.
Very good. Well, thank you for being honest, Jimmy.
It's not something you should thank somebody for. It should just be what's happening.
Sure.
But it's true. You have to thank people for being honest with you. You have to thank people for doing things that they should just do anyway.
Of course, they don't have to be surprised about it either. Yeah. You know, but sometimes they don't even notice. That's the messed up thing about it, Jimmy. Even though if you're like really being honest, you tell them who you are. They'll even tell you're a liar. Well,
Bird. My wife stabbed me. I was like, she that ballsy. She's a keeper.
I like people like that.
I had this one girl, I met on the internet before people were doing it. I'm usually doing things before most of you people do it. It's like 1999, 2000. And she was from West Virginia. And she's just all about her representative. But eventually weaseled her way into moving in with me. It was like it happened out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was happening. She's just moving in now. She was going to transfer to Boston College or whatever.
Or did you weasel your way in her to get her?
No, she was weaseling. She was looking for a keep a nigga baby, daddy kind of thing. Want to get knocked up, have a baby, and then just torture the dad, whatever. But I didn't see who she really was until she moves in, gets a little pissed off because I'm talking to somebody online, and there's like a mask came off, and a demon was underneath.
I like that. Hold on for 1 second, Jimmy. I'm walking up to the top.
What am I jonesing for, Dan? I'm always jonesing. I'm jonesing for a fight. But a fight against the bad guys, not against each other. I'm waiting for the fight. I'm like standing there in William Wallace's troop waiting. Like, come on, when are we gonna start doing this? Sean knows. We have our first meetup. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Let's have a drink. Second meetup. All right, hit the streets. Let's do this. Third meetup. Hit the streets. Let's do it. We don't have time for parties. Well, we do after we do the work. And you can do both. All you guys in California, every single meetup, you should all be bringing your own signs. Raise hell in a very public place, and then go have drinks.
Oh, yeah. It's Friday. It's the best time to have drinks. What's your plans for today, Jib?
I've got company coming this weekend, so I'm just going to do some cleaning.
Oh, jeez. All right. Is it that girl to try to weasel in? I hope not.
It's the ex and the kids.
All right.
They've been moved. They've been moved 100 miles for 6 months now, so they're going to come back for a visit and say hi to their friends. And
Jimmy, I didn't know you had kids.
Stepkids.
Oh, okay.
They're my ex's, but they're both adopted, so they're not technically her blood children.
But still, it's in a sense both your kids then. Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
How long?
raised them more than half their lives.
Really?
10 years now, or whatever. Help
Jeez.
raise it.
Okay. And where they moved to? You said 100 miles away.
They're
so.
they're in New Bedford, Mass now.
All right.
It's about 100, and actually it's 120 miles away.
Oh my God. That's what, like a good 2 hours or something like that?
It's
Just
2
one
hours,
way?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so it's not that bad.
They went from the mountains and the woods to the friggin' compacted triple-decker city.
Yep.
They already hate it, of course. People who live there strive to move to a place like this.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't wait to get out of the city, and Max does the opposite, moves to the city.
Oh, sure. They got like the noise every like 2 minutes. Oh my gosh.
It's terrible. The fluoride there affects people's driving, and then the driving is literally like you're driving for your life.
Collateral damage.
It's so bad. People are just out of it. Their heads are in a cloud. They're just on so many on their phone and driving. Just boom. They don't see anybody in front of them. It's out of control. The thieving, the heroin. Everybody's got a family member on heroin out there. Just like it's like every family's got a flat earther or a truther. Every family's got heroin out there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Kind of
out of control. You can go to the supermarket, open the door, and there's a whole pile of bags of needles on the ground. It's just everywhere.
Oh, I wonder if Larry's okay today.
He was pissed off last night. Pretty bad.
He must have been drinking, but it's something that you could.
He said he was sober, and he couldn't sleep.
And then it must be menstruating. Who knows?
Menstruating, yeah.
Yeah, menstruating. I mean, that little incidents like that, just like chalk it off, laugh my ass off. That was funny though. I can't help it. It was Larry, but sorry, Larry.
Well, Snack was
funny.
already
He's
taking.
funny.
Snack was taking shit from Zern and trying to hold it in. And now here comes Larry criticizing Snack in his chat. It's like, Larry, no. Don't put gasoline there. It's going to ignite.
No. Oh, shit, Larry. Always like to put himself in the crossfire.
Yeah, sure enough, it ignited. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, cooler heads will prevail. Like, everybody needs to chill out. Banning is the new I'm really mad at you. That's all it is. It's kind of like, let's get engaged just so we can break up. But like,
that's part of making up is breaking up.
Yeah, it's just sometimes when you keep hitting the house that you built together, you knock out the weak parts. And then when you mend it, you rebuild it stronger. That's the way it should happen. Larry and Snack should be the best of friends by next year.
This is how I do it with my wife. If I want to have sex with her, I purposely have an argument with her. Then we make up. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing too calculated. We're good to go. We're like two peas in a pod.
It's nice when you find somebody in sync with you whose crazy matches your crazy, or you can live with that crazy. Everybody's got a crazy in them.
Yeah. Right.
You're either depressed, you're angry, you're nuts in some other way, and whoever you're with, make sure that their nuts coincides with your nuts, so that, you can be two squirrels collecting nuts.
I